Here he goes. Oh. He might hit the thing. Don't hit the thing while he... Oh no, his chains come off. His chains come off. Berries that dropped to the ground, and I didn't get them I didn't get them in time, and they managed to make more. Any citrus fruit you can make marmalade with. Okay, so I'm not sure I knew that. Although I started to guess it. I started to guess that might be the case. Based on what you were saying. Based on your, clues in the chat. But yeah, so I don't know, because I kind of just had an orange. I don't know if I... So I haven't had any dinner. So actually I appreciate this. This is a good one. It's like, it's almost 5:30. And I'm getting a bit peckish. So, got some nuts and I got some fruit. And I'm not going to be able to have my dinner until after the stream. So this is perfect. Thank you. They've been sat around a bit long. 2x4 panel. I can do that by checking all the sets in Brickling that have a 2x4 gate panel. So I'm saying panel, I mean tile. Tile is what I need. A 2x4 tile, not panel. So here we go. Here we go. What, how do they form the cubes? Does it come out just cube shaped, or do they have to then get busy with sculpting after they've done it? What shape is the bottom hole? Is the bottom hole square? Perfect. Perfect, Ifa. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Couldn't have been any better. You ever driven through Sweden? That's an experience. Oh my god. Dull. It's so dull. Just driving through central Sweden. Unbelievable. Properly lounged now. This is much better. Awesome. Hello. Right, did I miss the draw me like your French girls line? Draw me like your French girls. No, I actually didn't do it, but I just did it. I just did it now. I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. It was something like that, wasn't it? I haven't seen that film for any ages, so I have no idea how she does it. But I'm pretty sure that was a pretty exact... I just did that. Right, here we go. Oh, that was bloody rubbish. Lego. That was the Lego, not my... Okay. Experience very early on in my whole Twitter career. I kind of made I made a slightly off joke, and it was hello everybody, it is me, Meja, and we are streaming today on Thursday the 6th of June. This is Trans Bricks. We're gonna build Lego. We're gonna build lots and lots and lots of Lego, but also I need some music. Where's the music? I forgot the music. Sorry, everybody. Music. How do you do music? Okay, I'm gonna press some buttons to get music. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. Just been silly. We are gonna have a special guest. What? What? And oh gosh, we need to so you can use our music. I got to set the YouTube channel. Okay, fine. I think I can remember. It's called Trans Bricks. I think that's my channel. Add the channel. That's the one. Connect the channel. This is just, oh great. Error detected. Failed to add a channel. Yeah, okay. Connect the channel. Failed to launch. It's just broken. That's really good. Thank you. Let's just cancel this because I just want some music. I don't want to be faffing around. So here's the music. The music's here. Yes, welcome everyone. It failed to launch. Did you fail to launch as well, Lucy? Lots of things break. It's because it's using computers, and computers break. This is what happens. But we got music now. I'm just gonna add the track so you can see so you can see the track. I mean, I don't know if anyone really cares, but I think it's kind of a cool thing. Oh, I can't. Right, 1 second. I just got to leave you and then come back. 1 second. There you go. Now we got it. Now I'm back. It's okay. Don't panic. It's fine. Everything is under control. Let me just see if the build camera works, because that's always a point of contention. It did. It just did. That's cool. Something's working. Welcome everyone to the stream. It's going to be a good one. We are going to have a special guest. It's Dead Domain. She's going to join us very shortly. I've been informed that she's having some technical issues, so I'm not the only one. You know, it's nice to know that it's not just me. It's literally everyone in the world. If you use a computer, then you're going to have issues, both mental and emotional, and just long-term complex PTSD. I think from just using a computer. And I've used computers for a long time. I got into computers because my dad was he was training when he was younger. He was training to become a computer studies teacher, and so he was bringing all these computers home, and he was doing like courses and stuff. He was bringing out really old computers, really old ones, Commodore PETs. Do you remember the Commodore PET? We had a game. It was called Star Trek. And it was it was like a green monitor, and it was the most basic game you've ever played. And I loved it. I loved it so much. So that was one of the first computers we had. But I think we also had not a Spectrum, but a ZX80. I think it's a ZX80, literally. And it's the one where you have to actually build it yourself. Right, what's happening? Dead Domain's talking to me. She's trying to figure out the issue out with Twitch support. Uh-oh. Apparently my phone number isn't synced to my actual account for some reason, so I can't authenticate it. It's attached to a different account. Oh, boy. That means that... So technical issues, again. That means that we may not be able to do a guest stream with Dead Domain, actually. Unless anyone's got any ideas. Has anyone got any good ideas? We can do a different thing, can't we? I could just... That's going to take ages. Right, someone help me. Someone technical help me, please. Can we do like a Discord thing? How would we do this in the olden days, before Twitch allowed guest streaming? Anyway, we got Freya in the chat. Hello, Freya's here. Aurelia's here, of course. You're on a 5-stream streak. Massive. 5 streams. Lucy's here. Fires up the mod view. Lucy, are you a mod? I don't remember. You are a mod. You've got a sword. I've got a lot of mods in my channel right now. That's good. Bill's here. Another mod. Fantastic. Play that funky music. We got Ginger Bay here. Meow. How you doing? Meow back. Baseline Beats here. Baseline Beat. And he is from Australia. Oh, you failed to lunch. Oh, you did. You failed to lunch. That's different. But no less disastrous. I should probably reply to her. I'm going to reply. Uh-oh. What did I just do? I didn't reply. Oh my god, what did I do? I thought I was going to reply, but instead something happened. Uh-oh. Uh-oh is oh. Maybe we need to try a different tactic. Different tactic. We're going to try a different tactic, but I don't know what yet. We'll figure it out. Hello, Errol. How you doing? Garbage in, garbage out. Shirley Manson. Hello, Dino Pete. How you doing? It's morning in Dino Pete land, which is Arizona, maybe? Thank you, Lucy. This is a very simple top, actually. It was a pack of like 3 that my wife bought when she was preggers, and they're too big for her now, so they fit me perfectly. We've got so many tech issues. Errol says, I spent 1.5 hours fixing an older man's login issues. Oh no, login issues. For both Windows and Facebook yesterday, and it was really not his fault. It was just so many idiotic hoops to jump through. I mean, honestly, I can relate, and I am quite tech savvy. I mean, I'm extremely tech savvy. I just hate doing it. I can do it, but I hate doing it because it is just an absolute nightmare sometimes, isn't it? The way that can all just go wrong. The login stuff. It's like, oh yeah. And this one's a perfect example. What's bitten dead domain. Her telephone isn't synced with her Twitch account. She says I can join through Discord. So let's do that. So, what do we need to? Do I need to invite her? Right. What's my Discord? How do I invite her to my Discord? Let me do that. I'm going to invite her to our Discord, to our beautiful, beautiful Discord, and then hopefully everyone else can help her as well. It's okay. We're going to figure it out. It's just not going to be using the Twitch thing, but that's fine. That's fine. ICQ. Uh-oh. Was that a good impression of the ICQ thing? Uh-oh. That's what it does. Right, I need an invite for our Discord, please. Can someone just copy paste it into the chat? The link. Then I can just copy it. It wasn't a very good impression, apparently. Oh. Well, I won't ever do an impression ever again then. Right, Discord. There's our Discord. Let me just copy that. Paste it into here. Using the power of the right mouse button. So she's going to join our Transbricks Discord. Hopefully. Discord is updating. It's on update 4 of 6. Now it's on 5 of 6. There's always 6. Has anyone ever noticed that there's like always 6? Whenever you open Discord, it always opens and then it says, I'm just going to update. And there's always 6 updates. Is that just me? I mean, I do open it fairly regularly. I don't know what's going on. Right, let's catch up with chat because the chat has gone wild. May, you're just telling everyone you're old now. No, I'm not. This was an antiques fair. Our first computer was the Amstrad PC 1512. I don't even know what that is. That sounds very old. Yeah, no, I think Discord, we'll get around via Discord. We'll get them on. How are they she or are they them? That's going to be my first question, actually, because I don't know. I don't know what they are. I hope I don't mess it up too much. is what I would say to that. Right, we got them in. I think. I don't know. Someone just joined. And then I'm gonna send a message to them. I've sent a message to them. Right, cool. We're getting there. I just need everyone to be super duper patient, okay? Just don't stress me, otherwise I can't do it. If I get stressed, I'm then not gonna do it. So don't stress me. No problem. So how do we get her in the video then? How do I don't... I just need to get her in, don't I? I just need to start a video. I don't actually know what to do. If anyone... do you know what to do, Aurelia? Do you know what to do? We're now friends. That's good. Yep. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. It's all the mods. All the mods. I'm super exhausted today, says Lucy. Still not sleeping. That means I can be here to chat with you, though. Oh, that's nice. Meja says, are we channeling ICQ now? We always channel ICQ. Mods with swords. Sounds typical transform space. Very transform this. It's like you got to be protected. You got to wear protection in this space. And this is the full-on, you know, full suit of armor. That's what I was referring to, obviously. So this is where you gotta have a suit of armor when you're transforming on the internet. I can do it, I just don't like doing it. Like, you clip it, Lucy. Don't tell everyone else to clip it. You clip it if you want to clip it. I say, okay, it's a day. We're thinking it's a day. They are a day. They're a day. Right, right, great. They're going to send a post on Twitter. Maybe we should do that once we got it working, though. Otherwise, everyone's going to be really disappointed. Hold on. Don't send it until we got it working. I don't want to disappoint even more people. I already feel like a massive disappointment, mostly to my parents. I don't know how to do it. Honestly, I know. Keep asking. What do I do? Oh, she's calling me. She's calling me. That's awesome. Join the video call. Yay. Okay, can you hear me? I can hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly fine. All I need to do now is add you as a source to my Twitch, which is to my OBS, which is always fun. I always enjoy doing this. 1 second. So, it's... Ooh, what is it? It's a... Oh, what is it? Media source? No, it's not a media source. It's an app. There's a lot of deprecated.
I think it'll be maybe a window.
Mac OS screen
window
capture. I think it's Mac OS screen capture, maybe, because I'm on Mac, which makes it super exciting. It's so much more fun and challenging to work on Mac. And then I'm gonna window application capture, maybe. No, actually window. Maybe window. No, application. We'll go for application. And then I just need to find the application, which is Discord. Yeah, okay, let's try that. That didn't work. Of course it didn't work. What did I expect? Let's try again. Maybe it's on the... Oh no, it's on the wrong monitor. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right, cool. I'm moving you around.
Oh, perfect.
I'm putting you in position now. Let's crop. And then other way. So a good job I know a few things about OBS. Otherwise we'd be in big trouble. Just a few things.
I've been streaming with it for years and I feel like I still have no idea what I'm doing, so it's totally okay.
It's a complicated piece of software, isn't it? And it so very rarely works properly, in my experience. But I think I've got you on screen now. Can everyone hear her? That's... Oh, sorry. Is it she or is it them? Or was it interchangeable?
I use them. Yeah.
Them. Sorry.
But it's okay.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I will try and get it right. I think I've got it in my head that you're a she, and that's wrong. So I need to erase that memory.
It's totally okay. It's totally okay. It happens very often.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Okay. So can everyone hear? Can everyone hear them? Yes, we can hear and see. Amazing. I think I got it all working. So you're here in my stream. Welcome to my stream. Jordan, nice to have you. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing good. It's a little bit early, but that's okay. I usually wake up pretty early, so um, I'm just getting ready for the day
Oh,
ahead,
yeah.
I guess.
So where do you live? You live in the America, don't you?
Yep, I live in Washington State, in America.
Oh, yeah, okay. So like near like Portland and that kind of area.
Yeah, Portland, Seattle, Vancouver, kind of all in the same couple hours of each other.
I've driven down there. I drove the whole West Coast once. From actually, we started in Vancouver and we got a bus down into the States, and then we drove. I think we started in, I'm going to say Seattle, and we drove down to San Francisco. That was a fun old time, me and my partner. So we saw a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
America.
I mean just beautiful country over there too.
Yeah,
Like the
it
West
is.
Coast is
It really is.
gorgeous.
Especially like so, we went through the forest, the big old redwood forest. That's it, in California. That was quite amazing, and it was really cool to see the whole country change as well. The more south we got, it just got the colours changed, the vegetation changed. It was quite a journey, and I will never forget it. And also, the car was quite cool. It had a bit of horsepower, so it was quite good. But that was a long
Yeah, I
time
do
ago.
love. I've been. This my grandparents used to actually live down in California, so as
All
a
right.
kid, my mom we would go on road trips because I never had like money enough to fly or anything. So going on trips and vacations down to my grandparents was always a big event. But I am very familiar with driving down all of the coast for sure.
Very good. So I do see you on Twitter a lot, or X,
Oh yeah,
formerly known as Twitter,
oh yeah.
and I'm a great admirer. I think your tweets are really good. You do like holding the power to account, don't you?
I do my best. I tweet more than I probably should.
Oh, don't worry. That's just a
Yeah,
common.
it is a bad habit that I have been working to break, and I've always been a very reactionary isn't the right word because I think that has different connotations, but I've always been a very impulsive person when it comes to conflict, so I have a hard time backing down,
Yeah, but I
I
think that
think.
that's fair enough considering. I mean, I think that that's perfect considering the situations that we're in. We do need as many voices as we can get, and I think it's really good because what you're doing is basically just you kind of. I like it because you're kind of mocking them, and they deserve to be mocked, and that's like I think that's the right kind of tone. Honestly, I don't think it's great to just try to engage with them on the issues as if they're acting in good faith because they're obviously not. So I
Yeah.
think that kind of mocking tone is actually perfect because a lot of people, you kind of basically put into words what a lot of people think, and seeing that is quite nice. I think.
Well, and it's something that I guess I didn't realize because when I first started doing YouTube and stuff was when my like Twitter kind
Oh,
of
you got a
started
doggy.
growing and started getting.
It's a
Oh
doggy.
yeah, my dog came over to say hi. She's wondering why I'm on the ground just sitting here, and she got her tail wagging and everything. She's like,
What a
"What's
lovely dog.
what's going on?"
Oh, I miss
And
my
now
dog.
she's just sitting right here, right by me.
Cool. That's such good, nice company to have such a nice dog. Oh my gosh, I
Oh,
just remember my dog now.
she's so good.
Oh, what's her name?
How long has it been since you had one?
Um, no, my dog's still up. She's up north because I've had a bit
Uh,
of my life changed quite a lot recently. I moved from the north of Norway, left the family farm with my wife and children, and I now live in Oslo, the capital of Norway, and with a good friend who's my mod in the other room. You'll probably hear occasionally big laughter coming from that room. um, yeah, no, so I've had a big life change, and the dog's there as well. And out of all of them, no, I'm not going to say I miss the dog the most. I miss my children the most, but actually the dog's a close second.
I treat my dog a lot like my kid. She's pretty spoiled.
Oh yeah, no, but that's what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, she's a good bean.
So we are we are nominally making Lego. I don't know if you want to see what I'm building at the moment. This is
Are you still working on the castle?
yeah, this is the Himeji castle. I've kind of made the base. I've laid the foundations, and it's looking quite nice. It's an architecture set, and I don't usually build architecture sets, but this one, well, honestly, it's Aurelia's. It's my flatmate's, and she let me rebuild it. So I jumped at the opportunity because it is good fun. I mean, just building Lego is always good fun. And this is a fantastic set. It's so beautiful. The actual building itself is so beautiful. And so I think
And how many pieces is it? Because that one's pretty hefty.
it's quite a big one. It's just over. I think it's over 2,200 pieces. And this is
Okay,
a
okay,
chaos
that's
build.
not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's okay. But this is a chaos build. So I've got a lot of pieces just on my desk. I got some pieces in trays, and honestly, when it's this amount of pieces, I mean, I guess I'm probably about halfway through, which helps because the pieces it becomes a little more manageable as I go through it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, when I start a chaos build, it's honestly it's overwhelming. You know, it's like I just my whole desk is just covered in Lego, and it's a little overwhelming. But you're a big fan of Lego too, aren't you?
Oh, very much. Yeah, I have
Into the
a
fire.
whole shelf behind me. I can start showing off whenever you like.
Oh no, go
Um,
for it. Honestly, I saw the shelf and I'm like, I want us to move over into this area, please. I want to see the
yeah,
Lego.
I can do that because I have a couple things that are. Let me see if I can turn my camera. Yeah, there we go. Nope. There we
There
go.
we go.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So, starting on the bottom here, and I have stuff that my animals will hide back here. I just have my like minifigure tray, and then some stuff I've kind of taken off the shelf over time. Actually, let me pull this out real quick, because I have. Oh, oh no!
You got
I don't
Luke's
know where
land
that
speeder.
went.
I saw that. It's a classic. That.
Oh yeah, that was my very first Lego set.
Oh wow.
That I re-engineered. And here is I built my own little Star Wars display set um, with Obi-Wan and Anakin's two different fights at the time, because this was before the Obi-Wan show came
Oh
out.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's nice. Huh.
And that one was my little build. And this is, I've been dividing my Lego collection into different shelves, right? And so these two sets, this is an old 90s pirate set,
I
just
remember
the
that.
little skull cavern.
Yep, I remember
And
that.
I love that one to bits. This is I think it was a gift with purchase I found at a local Lego store that they had, and I was like, okay, well, I need that for
That's
my pirate
nice.
stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Little
It's
island.
so adorable. I love the colors and everything, and it goes perfectly with my kind of custom pirate shipwreck island
Oh wow, that's really cool. Like, can we have a
that
closer
I
look?
made.
I want to see the
Oh yeah,
details.
absolutely. Let
That's
me
brilliant.
let me put the light up close on it, and so like from bow to stern. And there's actually a full interior that you can kind of see.
Yeah.
And little pirate captain up here with his desk and his parrot.
Paris, cool.
And then down in the bottom, there's like a little galley with barrels of grog. And then just like fruits and pigs and all sorts of stuff. And this is
Fantastic.
the cool thing about this one actually was when I built it, because this one is all my design.
Yeah.
And when I built it with a hinge down the middle, so it can be displayed one of two
Yeah,
ways.
that's a
Uh,
popular Lego kind of technique. Actually, a lot of official Lego sets do exactly the same thing. It's a nice
and
idea.
I love, yeah, that has always been a big. I actually had I had to take pieces off of it, so I destroyed it at some point. But once upon a time, I had a big old 3-story haunted house I built that could be displayed as either like 3 kind of sideways vignettes, or the house would close up, kind of like a dollhouse, I guess.
Super.
Then I made that for Halloween a couple years ago. And then moving up to the next shelf, I have my Bionicle collection,
That's a
which is
lot of
most of the.
Bionicles. Oh my goodness. That
Oh,
is.
and this is not even close to the full collection that I have. This is basically just everything from the kind of 2001 era. All of the main characters and the McDonald's, Matoran, and the good guy and the bad guy right there in the middle,
That is very
duking it out.
impressive. That is very impressive. A lot of people are into Bionicles. There was like, and they don't do Bionicles anymore, do they? It was
No, it's been kept alive through just like through the fandom. Like
yeah,
people are
yeah.
so passionate about it, and yeah, I grew up loving them as a kid, and then a couple years back, I got into restoring vintage sets, and I got into restoring other sets, um, and Bionicle became a big part of that. I had most of these as a kid. A lot of them were incomplete, and so it just let me kind of restore the ones that I had lost pieces from over time, and then get the ones that I never really had as a kid.
It's really cool.
And
Very cool.
then moving on up, I think you're gonna really like this one. Moving on up, let me see if I can
Moving
get
on up.
the light in the right position real quick. Because I have. Do, do, do. Dang it. Alright, that'll have to work. I have my castle shelf,
Mm. Oh wow.
which, yeah, this is the 3-in-1 Lego castle over here that I've just tricked out with some, and I'll go through the minifigures and stuff in a second.
I love it. I
And
absolutely love
then
it.
the two, you can see there's the Forestman hideout. That is the remake. That was a gift with purchase, and then Magisto's workshop, which was the gift with purchase, and then this little kind of brook and cave is all my design.
Yeah, I love the way you've got the water coming off the edge of the shelf. Actually, that's really nice.
And then I have, I love minifigures and everything. I have some of the classic. I mixed and matched some of the classic Vampire Knight minifigures to kind of make this cave camp.
Amazing.
I have the little falcon ear, and then just like little, because the Lego store when they do night minifigures, I always try and pick up a couple. So I have just a bunch of minifigs without any like particular set that they were a part of.
Yeah,
Or a lot of the custom. There's my little dragon
that's brilliant.
and the original knight style.
Taking them by
Um,
surprise. Who they didn't expect him to
yeah,
pop
and
up.
I love having these displays. I actually just put this all together this last year,
Oh, cool.
and the shelf above it is my space shelf, and it is in much more disarray because I was kind of setting up an ice planet mountain thing over here, and I do have my little classic space base that I made at one
Oh, that is
point.
so cool. That's very much up my street, honestly. The space stuff. I was definitely a space girl when I was growing up. I was
Oh
getting
yeah,
space Lego for every birthday and Christmas. And
oh
I
yeah.
adore that kind of stuff. I've got a lot of classic space. It's not here. Most of my Lego collections back up north still, but classic space is a very special place in my heart. That's really really cool. It's got that perfect retro feel to it.
I know. I really looked at for the space base for just that little alcove. I really looked at a lot of classic ones. And kind of like the pirate ship. I wanted to kind of make my own, but that would fit in if I ever got more of those sets. And then we have kind of the rest of it up here, where I have it's actually a Mega Bloks Godzilla. But
Oh,
then the Horizon Tall
you've
Neck.
got that. Yeah, I've got that one too. Yeah, yeah.
And then this is a 2001 Hagrid's Hut, one of the only Harry Potter things I have left. Because I've
How?
sold almost all of the other stuff, but I
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
the little hut design.
You're gonna keep the hat. Fair enough.
Um, and then I have the one of the Blacktron Cruiser remakes, and then just a couple other things here and there. I have this little night ship is basically 100% complete, and that's one of my favorites that I just have. And then I think I just put a whole bunch of stuff in storage because I had a whole bunch of like small vehicles and stuff through here.
That's the
have
thing,
the
isn't it? You can have Lego, but it's there's having the Lego and then there's actually displaying it, and the two things are two
yeah,
entirely
it's
different problems
very
because
different.
it
It's
takes
very
up
different.
so much space. Some
Oh,
Lego
it
just takes up so much
absolutely
space.
does. And then I
Whereas
have
it's,
the this 100 acre wood. I actually got this. This was a I've told this for any stream viewers of mine or people who might have seen my streams. I've definitely talked about how I got this set from a thrift store for about $10.
oh wow,
Because yeah, because somebody I like they just labeled it as a bag of Legos. Nobody knew what it was, and it was all in pieces. And it turned out to be it's missing a couple pieces, but it's just about the full Winnie the Pooh 100 acre wood set.
wow, that was what a
And
bargain! What a good day that was.
it has all the minifigs and everything. I took Pooh out to put him in my. Ooh, I should actually go get my minifigure display case.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I will go do that real quick, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Amazing. What do we think of Jordan's Lego collection? I'm quite impressed. I did like some of the sets there. Oh, there's a bird outside. Oh, the bird just flew off. There was a bird right there. Yeah, no, it was cool. Thank you for showing us, Jordan. It's nice to see.
Oh yeah, and I actually have one more. Well,
Okay, yeah.
this is kind of just my current little project area, but I did get the
I
I got
that.
the
Yeah. It's the
Indiana Jones set from last year,
it's where they find
and
the it's the snake pit or whatever. Yeah.
it's one of the best sets. It breaks my heart that I don't think many people got it because I've put a lot of you can see the classic like Lego Adventure minifigs that I had from my youth. I've kind of put in there with some other zombies and mummies and whatnot. And it's such a great has just amazing play features. It's like 600 something pieces for around like 35-40 bucks. Like it makes a great display piece. It has I think it came with 4 or 5 minifigures. Like just one of the best values I've seen them have in forever, especially when I don't know what the prices are like over there, but some of the licensed sets over here, especially when it gets to like Marvel and
yeah, it's always more
some
expensive.
of the other
like the Batman's, Batman and Star Wars and the Marvel stuff. Yeah, exactly. A lot more expensive.
Especially on Star Wars and Marvel is like some of the stuff is just ridiculously expensive.
What we do is we tend to look at the pieces. We look at the piece count and then divide it by the price of the set, and then we have an average price per piece. And from that, you can decide.
That's kind of the same I do.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm looking like what is how many. Yeah, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But here is I have a couple. Some of these are just my favorites.
You got the ghost.
Here's the original.
I know the ghost.
Yep, this is my castle ghost. Still glows in the dark. I love him. I have my original episode 1 Qui-Gon Jinn from when I was a youth. And the little Blacktron robot. Some of the ones. Okay. I have like Korra from the Tron Legacy set.
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant. Really cool.
And a little original Ewok. Some of these are just like more rare ones. Like I have Aloy and Pooh, and
it's nice display.
I love these little.
Is that like
I actually this was
how did you get that?
Yeah, it was made by Lego, and I just saw it at Target recently. I think it came out in the last like month or two.
Oh, wow.
But I was like, oh, I should probably get that. And the neat thing about it is it actually has studs on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you can stack them.
You can connect them. Oh, that's actually really cool. I've not seen that before. That's super cool.
And I think I might have to get another one because, like I said, I have a bunch of minifigs. Some of them are just assorted random ones, but there's some that
I'm doing an internet search.
I like
minifig Lego display.
Forgot my little Rock Raider lady that I love so much.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, I think I found it. So here it's 380 krona, which is probably about $40 for this case.
Hello, dog. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you.
No, stop it.
Yeah, I need to put that on.
You're attacking me.
I'm going to put that on my wish list.
She is so confused because... You're so confused. she doesn't understand why I'm talking and not talking to her. So she just like,
Oh yeah, that's
what is
what
going on?
dogs get confused because they don't understand. Like my dog, anyway, she doesn't understand TVs. She doesn't understand mirrors,
Hmm.
and she doesn't understand. I like if I try and FaceTime her, it's like I'm not there at all. And I think it's because she can't smell me. She has to be able to smell someone or something in order for it to actually exist. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. It's not important, and it doesn't matter how much I kind of try and get her attention on the iPad or whatever. She will just completely ignore it. She'll just blank it, which is a shame because I'd really like to talk to her, but she just ignores me on the iPad. Never mind. So what's your week looking like? How's your week been? Have you had a fun week?
Oh boy, it has been a lot. So I have coming up on Saturday, not Saturday, Sunday. I have a speech that I've been preparing for a local Pride event,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, which is the first time it'll be the first time I've given like a public speech or anything like that. And I'll be recording it and putting it up on the YouTube channel and everything.
Fantastic. So what's
I've
the
been
theme?
mostly.
Why were you asked? Was there a specific?
So I was asked by because a lot of people are like, oh, well, why you? And
Well, no,
I
I
was
wouldn't say
asked.
that. That's not what I meant. I mean, there's a really good reason that it's you, but it's just like, what was the angle?
I think, and they've kind of let me. The event organizer I've been in contact with has been very lenient and kind of just letting me, talk about whatever I want. And they asked me. They reached out to me after they saw my church infiltration video, which for those who don't know, last year around this time actually, I infiltrated and went undercover as a straight cis man to a hate church in my area
You know
for
what?
about a month.
What I really want to do. So this exists as a video on YouTube, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to see this, and I think everyone wants to see this because I know I'm aware of it, and I think I've seen it, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think what we need to do is we need to find it, and we need to just play a bit of it. Like we don't have to watch the whole thing, but I really want to see some of it. Oh gosh, go away.
Oh, for sure.
Subscribe. So let me just.
Yeah. Well, while you're looking it up, I can just explain the rest of it.
Although I would
And
appreciate.
so I decided to go to this church for about a month. I went to their services, got to know the congregation and everything, and that video ended up really changing my life and blowing up the channel in a huge way. It allowed me to make content creation full time as a full time job.
That's awesome. You've got you've got over 85,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty good going.
Yep. Just about to hit 86, and I'm hoping by the end of the year probably 100K.
Amazing. So which video am I looking for? Because you've got a lot of videos there now. Can you just give me a?
It'll be trans person infiltrates hate church will be the name of the video, and it should be around a year ago.
Okie dokie. 8 months, 9 months, 1 year ago.
And it'll be the one with the most views.
Ah, I found it. Yeah, okay. Trans person infiltrates a hate church. Brilliant. Perfect. Let me just grab this and put it up here. Paste. Yeah, because I think everyone definitely wants to see this now. Let's bring this up. Hold on. Oh, my iPad's not plugged in. That's the problem. That's why no one can see it apart from me. It should be popping out here any second. There we go. Right.
In light of a deluge of anti-LGBTQ hate speech this Pride.
So this is an almost 2-hour video. So what's a good bit? I don't see a way to find the most viewed bit on this player, unfortunately.
Oh, honestly, probably.
Maybe I can find the most.
It's hard to say.
I can find the most viewed bit. Here we go. I can find the most viewed bit on my Mac.
It was very in depth. Like I went step by step through every sermon. So there's a lot. I mean, gosh, I'm even trying to remember how I edited
I
it.
think I found something. I found a blip. I found a
Very
peak.
famous story from the Bible. That
So here we go.
Okay, I'm curious what it is.
To some people, except the guy who owns the house gives them a woman they assault to death.
And so, obviously he's offering his daughter and the guy's maiden for what? As a replacement, right? And this is a bizarre thing to do. I don't know what's wrong with this guy where he's just going to offer, his own daughter to be raped by these people.
Can't do that.
I mean, what a wicked, horrible thing to do. I mean, that is sad. That's horrible. But this type of thing, this is what I want to prevent from happening. Okay, I want to be like a white blood cell in society that is
a white blood cell.
This kind of disease from seeping in to where people would have their house surrounded by a bunch of sodomites, and demanding to rape everybody.
After 6 sermons, I had long grown weary of how these preachers take a verse, admit that sometimes the Bible will only hint at something, like Jason did a few minutes ago, and then take another verse and say it's exactly like something that doesn't exist today. It's blatant misleading, twisting the Bible into a logical pretzel to justify fear and bigotry. But
yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, that's a pretty cool video. I recommend everyone to watch that. If I'm going to drop a link into the chat so that everyone else can watch this. This is the video that basically catapulted you into YouTube celebrity.
I don't know about celebrity, but
it's still pretty good.
Yeah, to the point where somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to have a speech at Pride?" And
exactly.
So yeah, I've been mostly working on and stressing about that, and then trying to get. Hopefully tonight I will have a queer history stream on the channel, on my Twitch, and just been trying to put everything together for Pride Month and working on so many projects. It's making my head spin.
It's exciting, but it can be a bit overwhelming, can't it? When it can be
very much so
stressful having to do all these different things. I had to kind of wipe a lot of things off my plate recently because it was all getting a little bit too much for me. So I felt I was like drowning in all the things I was having to do, and I wasn't doing any of them. So I just kind of simplified my life a little bit. I'm still trying to deal with that at the moment, but it seems to be a healthy change. I think things are going pretty well for me, and it's really good that it's really cool that I'm here in Oslo for Pride. We went to a cool party recently, me and Aurelia. It was at a place called Salt, which is a venue just by the sea, and it was very gay. It was Oslo drag festival, and so there was all these amazing drag artists and stuff. But it wasn't really it wasn't traditional drag, because my experience, and it's very limited experience. My experience with that kind of event is, they're either dancing or doing cabaret or they're doing jokes or something like that. Whereas this was much more like performance art, and it was really kind of interesting and visceral, and it made you think, and it was really good actually. So that was pretty cool. It's really nice to be in a proper city where there's actual things happening, where Pride feels like a real event. Whereas where I came from, which was just this little city in kind of rural northwest of Norway, Pride was basically one parade. It was a small little affair, and then there was nothing else, and there was virtually no other kind of marketing or events, or it was just this one thing. It really was like paying lip service to the whole thing. Whereas
it's funny you say that, because where I'm at in Spokane, it's not like the biggest city, but it's big enough to have its own like Pride celebration and dancing nights at the gay bar and stuff. But last year, I was hired, because I do stand-up comedy as well. I was hired to do a Pride event, a show, like a Pride showcase in a place in Idaho, which is, you know, the state right next to me.
Oh, yeah.
That was like just a incredibly small backwater, like basically an old coal town, and it like a town with maybe like less than 1,000 people
Okay.
to the town, and it was really cool because it was a pride event that was like held, and people came from you know, all of the towns around and in the area to come to this kind of the where there were stand-up comedians and there
Okay.
were drag queens and all sorts of stuff. And I
Fabulous.
was yeah, it was just super cool. And there's always I think people underestimate how much of a hunger there is for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, cool. I've some people have been talking, especially I noticed from some of my UK friends recently that it seems to be a little more toned down in the UK this year. I don't know if that's true. If anyone else from the UK wants to confirm that in chat, perhaps. But they've noticed a kind of a bit of a lack of both events and also kind of just flags out and people celebrating it in a kind of in the shops and all this kind of stuff. I just wonder if the constant barrage of hate coming from the UK press is having an effect on people's willingness to kind of put their heads above the parapets a little bit in the UK. Whereas normally it would be a big thing and people would be super celebrating it all the time. Now it feels like maybe people are a little more hesitant to do so, which is incredibly sad. I mean, it's also sort of not, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case due to the ongoing, just nastiness from the government and the press in the UK concerning trans people. But Chad, what do you think? Have you noticed this? I did see some people commenting on Twitter about it, and I just wonder if it's true. I haven't seen it myself, but it could be true, couldn't it?
And I think there is like even here, like I know there are a lot of people who I've heard from saying like, oh, I'm worried about going to Pride, or I'm scared to go to Pride, or just like who are, in America also,
Yeah.
they've internalized a lot of that fear, and it really it makes me sad to see. And that's actually that's kind of the main point of my speech is just that we need people to be brave, and we need people to
Yes, we
be
do.
here with us at these events.
We need allies, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we need allies, and we need people who aren't afraid to stand by us and also speak up in the face of other people trying to shame them or make them afraid to do so. And there's another thing I've noticed, and that is, and you were kind of touching on that maybe, and that is that people are sort of afraid to go to big events potentially because there may be an incident, like what we had.
Well, especially. Well, sorry, you go.
Well, I was just about to say the very first time I went to my very first Pride was actually in Oslo, and it was a couple of years ago, and it was the Pride that got cancelled because a bunch of people were shot and killed.
Jeez.
It was, and that's not. This is Norway. This is Oslo, and that kind of stuff doesn't usually happen, barring a few very noticeable exceptions. But this was one of them. I mean, so some nutter was outside one of the. It was in the area where it's quite gay to start with, and he was outside one of the gay clubs, and he just started attacking people. And so and I was actually asleep in the hotel while this happened because it was early in the morning. I was asleep in the hotel that was actually right next door to where it was happening. So when I woke up in the morning, my phone was just full of messages from people saying, are you okay? Because I split up from everyone else and went home a little bit early, and they didn't know where I'd gone. So they were just like, are you okay? Where are you? Contact us. Did you get home safe? And all this kind of stuff. And I was like, oh no, this is going to be a really rubbish day. And it was. They cancelled Pride, which was so annoying. My very first Pride, and it was cancelled because of violence and because of homophobia and transphobia. It's really quite depressing. But that kind of stuff can happen in Norway.
around there, that's where, and forgive my ignorance if I'm wrong, but there was the mass shooting at the children's camp, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And then that
Anders
led
Breivik.
to, yeah, Anders Breivik, and that led to banning assault weapons there, correct?
Yes, yes. I mean, it's so yeah. Most, I don't- most countries, when they have a mass shooting, they tighten the laws over guns and stop people from being able to continue doing the mass shooting. And I think that was the case for Norway. It's still, I mean, it's still possible to get guns, obviously, and to do these kinds of things, but it is a lot harder. And so, it's a much rarer occurrence. I think things like if someone wanted to do it, then knives and things like that would be probably what they might have to resort to, and that just means that there's going to be less fatalities, less casualties, and it just makes things a lot harder for them. But
Yeah, I wish we had
risk.
that here in America.
I know. So do I. I wish you
that-
had it too. It's a real shame that you just don't seem to have that political will, or able to do that. It's a deadlock, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's awful.
it is, and it's it is one of those things that that's what comes to mind when anybody thinks, and it's almost this unspoken thing of pride, is when people talk about what you're worried about if something happens. Nobody wants to say what that something will be, right? Because I feel like people are afraid of almost willing it into existence.
Sure.
Of like the worst case scenario, of course, is that somebody is going to come with a gun and just start shooting people. And because it's America, that is a constant likely,
Yeah.
not likely, but it is constantly a possibility.
It is a possibility for sure. It's a possibility everywhere, but it's definitely more of a possibility in the States, isn't it? And I can very much understand that people might be a bit worried about that. But again, it sort of makes the case for pride. We've got to stand up in the face of adversity, and we can't let ourselves be cowed into just staying at home and hiding under the sofa. We've got to go out there, and we've got to be ourselves and be proud of it. It's not us that need to change our ways. It's society which enables and makes it possible for mass shooters to do this kind of thing. That's what needs to change.
And I kind of just talk because the speech is just kind of what's on my mind right now. But a big part of it is talking about not just how a lot of the transphobia that we're seeing today is just, it's recycled homophobia.
Totally.
It's the same arguments people were using 20, 30 years ago that turned out to be false. But also looking at how acceptance can be, and this isn't, it's a hard line to walk, right? Because it's hard to say on one hand that acceptance is a gradual process, but also to not kind of cede that ground, and to not be like, okay, well, you got to wait your turn and just wait for people to come around, because you can have both things. And acceptance is a gradual process, because we've seen that one thing that is assured with humans and time and history is that there are going to be people who spread fears about anything that is different.
Yep.
And almost every single time, when the group that is being told, hey, you should hate this person, hey, this person's different than you, hey, this person wants to take you over and colonize you, or they want to steal all of this from you, or they're trying to turn your kids gay, every single time those people are actually exposed to that group, not just the hateful propaganda about them, but they have a gay neighbor, they have a black neighbor, their kid brings home somebody who's of a different religion or an ethnicity. When you actually get to know those people, exposure to them helps everyone understand that, oh, they're just like everyone else.
They're just people.
Like not. Yeah, exactly. Not in, obviously they navigate the world in a different way, but they want the same basic things. They want to care for their family. They want to make a good living in the world. They want to make a positive impact and a difference. And I think that is such an important part of Pride is you see so many people there, and I've been happy to see it year after year, who are straight families, who are just allies, who are bringing their kids because they understand that nobody here is going to hurt them. Yeah. That this isn't.
Yeah. It's a really safe place. I mean, no one within Pride is going to hurt them. That's for sure. We're all pretty safe and we're all having a good time. And we're not there for, we're just there to kind of celebrate ourselves and celebrate Pride. And that's a really good. It's actually a really good. It's actually a really good day out. In my experience, it's a fantastic day out for allies, for families, and all this kind of stuff. They always, the right wing press, and they always kind of show. They always kind of associated it with sex and with adult things and with things that are not appropriate for families or for children and all this kind of stuff. And they're constantly othering us. And the reality is very different in that it's generally a really family friendly place. It's generally everyone's just having fun and celebrating and being themselves and maybe letting the hair down and wearing ridiculous costumes and things like that. But what it tends not to be is a very sexualized experience. It's just absolutely not. It's the whole, and it's so common, isn't it? We just straight cis het people cannot stop themselves from sexualizing trans people, gay people. They cannot stop. It's always about sex. It's always about what's been between our legs, and that they use it as a way to other us and monster us and make us out to be, perverted and things. And we're absolutely not. My Mac's about to die. Oh my gosh, it's not plugged in. Why is my Mac not plugged in? My Mac's powering my entire setup, and it's like, I can't do it anymore. My battery's gonna die. There, have some power, Mac. You can. Oh, that was close. It was just about to go black.
I went to a Pride event over, just across the border in Idaho, because there was a Pride celebration on the 1st of the month, and then the one here is going to be on the 8th. And I ended up. It's a video that's up on my YouTube channel right now, talking about where I interviewed some of the kind of protesters who came to. They came and they had the signs talking about how God is going to damn you for your abomination, and like they were just standing on the outside of Pride. And you're absolutely right, because one of the things, and these people they knew me, didn't even know me because they didn't really ask anything about me. They just kind of assumed everything, and they within like 5 to 10 minutes of talking to me, like felt confident enough to ask like what was in my pants. Like if the way he put it was like, do you still have your parts? And it's like that. And you can see it in the video. Like I barely had time to get a word in edgewise because they were just running off of like multiple scripts. But it was just like, wow, it really is just, it is a matter of reducing you to stuff like that. And it's like that it's dehumanizing.
Yes, dehumanizing is a really good word.
In such a way.
Yeah, it totally is. Let's catch we chat, because we've sort of been ignoring it a little bit. Sorry, chat. We're back again. I'm going to see what everyone's been saying. Riley says that Australia's press has been a lot more negative of LGBT+, especially of trans people and gender non-conforming. And that's a recent thing, is it?
You got Sky News down in Australia, and they're wretched.
They are.
They're it's
Murdoch,
the worst.
isn't it? It's awful. Anything Murdoch related.
They're so much worse than even Fox News, though. Like the stuff I've seen Sky News put out it's just because I'll I go searching and stuff for videos on YouTube and stuff, and I will find news stories. But Sky News is like they're like almost libs of TikTok with a newspaper sheen. Like they really, it's just awful the way that they twist everything.
We've got Sky News in the UK as well, but I don't think they're as bad. I don't know, the Australian version must be an extreme version of Sky News. What else are people saying? People are saying, remember, so Wildcard says, remember, if a soapbox doesn't work to be heard, try a brick. Yeah, we've got our bricks on standby. It's, it's one way of doing it. What did you see the... It's UK politics again, but did you see the girl who's milkshaked One of the
Nigel
politicians.
Farage.
Yeah,
Yes, I
Farage.
did.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
that was awesome. What a superstar. Honestly, she.
Yeah, I do love a good milkshaking.
I just followed her on Twitter because she absolutely deserves our follows. She's immediately been charged by the police, like just straight away. They just immediately charged her with assault and battery and all these terrible things. It's like, it's milkshake. Come on, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, UK, like, for so long, I think there's been a conception that the UK isn't that different than like America and other Western countries, but they have so many laws that are built to protect the rich and powerful.
So many.
And with the proliferation of like social media and stuff, they're only able to use that more. And it's not just stuff like that, but any kind of libel laws or any kind of like there really is. If somebody has enough money, you cannot say disparaging things about them because they will just sue you.
J.K.
And it's not
Rowling's
like in
a
America.
big fan of that, isn't she?
Yeah.
Whenever you say anything bad about
J.K. Rowling is a huge fan.
she's straight away, she's on to a lawyer's. Hello, got another one. I bet they love her. They're probably making so much money from her, honestly. But it's not good for anyone who actually wants to criticize her. It's not good for free speech in the UK. I think if you don't live in the UK, generally speaking, you're okay. Like, so if you live in, the US or Norway or Australia, you can basically say whatever you like about J.K. Rowling. You can call her a transphobic bigot, and I don't think there's anything she can do about that, other than complain, other than set her 14 million followers on to you. But that's just mute, just go private, and it'll blow over. It's probably worth it. But anyway, this woman who milkshaked Nigel Farage, absolute superstar, big fan, some really good photographs, and honestly, it couldn't happen to a more deserving person. It really couldn't. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, I got to see. I did a much like my church infiltration earlier this year. I went to CPAC, disguised as a Trump supporter.
Oh, great!
And for those who don't know. Yeah, for those who don't know, CPAC is the biggest like conservative think tank gathering of the year here in America.
Yeah,
and Nigel Farage was actually there. He had a speech and everything.
Of course he was.
So I had an opportunity to milkshake him, but no, I couldn't because I would have broken my cover.
Blown your cover,
But it's okay.
exactly. Lost your fake mustache and things.
It wasn't far off. I had that's another video people should go check out because I had like a full Trump, like I had two Trump hats and multiple Trump shirts and like did the full workup, and it was that was probably the craziest thing I've ever done.
Were you scared
content.
doing it? Was your heart racing? Did you get adrenaline, or were you just chill?
Not after a while, getting in, because I thought I would be like sussed for having, because it's a whole thing, but I signed up with a different name, and so I had to give an excuse for that because they took my ID and stuff, and I managed to work past that, and after that, like it was fine because it was just kind of like like you're swimming with sharks in a way, but they think you're one of them, so it's not like
sure, yeah.
Nobody was like sussing me or anything. People were just giving me high fives and thumbs up in the hallway for my shirts. And yeah, if you want to see some really like how bonkers American conservatism is, there are two videos on my channel about me going to CPAC, and the second one where actually I interviewed a lot of the attendees is like the craziest stuff I've ever done.
That's so cool. You're you kind of, I mean, you're quite courageous, I gotta say. I'm not sure I'd have the guts to do that. It sounds really scary.
Well, thank you.
Let's catch up with chat. Lucy, it's because the right-wing lot know that won't somebody think of the precious pure children is a message that resonates with their base. Yes, exactly. It's always, think of the children. And often it's like, look, I have nothing against it personally, but think of the children. You see, Sky News Australia is a lot worse than the UK version of Sky News, according to Lucy. I can, because I don't think the UK version of Sky News is all that bad. It's probably fine. her milkshake brings all the right wingers to the yard. She's actually doing that. She's actually an OnlyFans girl, and she's milking
saw
it.
that.
She's milking it
Oh,
or
so
milkshaking
good.
it for all that it's worth. I mean, honestly, hats off to her. I think she's an absolute superstar. It's so funny how so someone said that recently so Stormy Daniels, sex worker, brought Trump down, and he's completely all the charges against Trump have been brought with another sex worker, and now someone's milkshake Nigel Farage. Honestly, I think we need to hats off to the sex workers. They are doing so well at the moment. They're actually doing things that everyone else should be doing. It feels like the sex workers are kind of leading the way.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see it. I hope her OnlyFans gets quite the boost, honestly.
Me too, because she's absolutely gorgeous as well. So if you want to never follow on OnlyFans, then check her out. She's absolutely gorgeous. Bill says, wasn't Liz Truss at CPAC too? I think she was. She has gone completely down the rabbit hole. She's gone so far down the rabbit hole of extreme right kind of politics. It's not even funny. It's really strange to see. To think that she was the Prime Minister of the UK for not very long, very briefly. She was outlasted by a lettuce, wasn't she? That was. I think that she's really taken that to heart. It's mentally scarred her, and now she's gone far right wing. We got a first time chat from Ian Kaplan, who says, hi there, ladies, gadies, ladies, and everyone else. I'm outside eating fresh baklava and loving a new streamer for me. Hey, thank you for joining us in the chat, Ian. I hope you're having a fantastic time with your fresh baklava. Do you like a bit of baklava? I was in Turkey recently, and they have lots of that kind of stuff now. Lucy knows, Ian. Cool. Riley has a question. Riley has a question about identity, because I know I'm not straight, but I often feel that I'm faking it or not really. So you think you might be bi or pan? Is that what you're saying? But you're not straight, and you feel like you're faking straightness. Is that what you're kind of saying?
I mean, like that could. That covers a lot of ground. Like you could be talking about being gay. You could be talking about, like, the thing is, and I think one thing, because people talk about, sorry, I have to always take an issue and then zoom it out and then zoom it back in.
Go for it.
But people talk about how, these days, back in my day, there was no such thing as non-binary or gender non-conforming, or you were just like, why can't you just be gay? Why can't you just be a lesbian? And the reason is that as society has progressed and as science and psychology has progressed, we've discovered that there are discovered things that, by the way, many other cultures have known for so long. Especially, indigenous and native cultures who have more than one gender identity, who recognized outside of a simple male-female dichotomy.
Yep.
And it's because, like, we know that it's in the old adage of, like, different strokes for different folks, because different people are going to like different things naturally. There's no real accounting for it. So to put yourself, I almost, on one hand, having all of these labels, having pansexual, bisexual, aro, ace, it is useful as a descriptor to tell somebody kind of what you're about. Like if you want to say, like, oh, hey, what kind of, what are you into? Oh, well, I'm an ace, top, gender fluid. Like you have those things so that when you're talking to somebody else who's kind of in that community, they know,
Yep.
like, okay, I won't do this. I will do this. Okay, you'd be down for this. It's an easy way to say, it's shorthand, right? But you shouldn't let those descriptors be the kind of be-all, end-all of who you are and how you want to present and how you experiment.
It shouldn't be a prison that you put yourself into. Like, it's like, oh,
exactly.
I can't do that because I've already decided to identify
so many people. Exactly, and I think so many people, like, they, especially when you come out for the first time, and it's so exciting to be like, okay, hey, you are accepting, and you are finally being like, yeah, I am gay, or I am just queer, or I am trans. And so many people lock that in.
Yeah.
And I think they internalize that as an aspect of their identity when the reality is that it should be, and it's not going to be that for everybody. Like some people are going to be that way for the rest of their life. But some people are going to be more fluid. Like
Yeah,
you're
totally.
going to meet somebody who you are probably attracted to, and they might not have the genitalia or the parts that you're usually attracted to. Like you're going to meet somebody that has masculine presentation, and even if you aren't into masculine people, you're like, oh, you know what? I actually like I kind of like this person in a romantic way.
Yeah.
And so you shouldn't be I wouldn't be worried about it. Like if I had to say something to that person, is that just like play it loose. Like have fun with it. Like it is a part of yourself that you are exploring. If you're exploring it for the first time, don't try and limit yourself by putting these prescribed labels on it. The labels are there to help you describe your experience, but it is not a way to guide your experience, if that makes sense. Like you are in charge of
That
that.
totally makes sense. So don't let labels and things confine confine your thinking. You just try and be open to, just what you're feeling and what your heart's telling you, and don't necessarily worry about, oh no, but what will the neighbors say? Because that is a common kind of thing where it's like, oh no, what will my friends say? What will my mum and dad say? All these kinds of things. I'll disappoint them, or it's like, honestly, that it's you can't live your life for other people. You've got to live your life for yourself, because we only get one of them.
You have, yeah, exactly. You have one life. You cannot, like this is another point that I talk about in the video, is that like how many people
Ooh, this is for everyone.
here throughout history
I need to bring
and just remained. Oh, sorry, what?
No, sorry. No, you keep talking. I'm just being an idiot.
Okay. Like how many people throughout history were queer, and we'll never know,
Well,
because
exactly.
they were afraid to come out. They kept it all, and I feel like everybody has that. Everybody has a family member is like, oh, Uncle Harold, like he had a thing with his friend he always came around with, and like people just don't mention it because for so long it's been something that was verboten. It's been something that you don't talk about it. You look the other way, which is another part of why pride is important. Why we need pride is there are so many people who have been forgotten by history who lived that way, who laid the groundwork so that we can have celebrations
Yes.
about
And
being different.
we are visible. We can represent, and so other people will see us, and they'll be less afraid to come out themselves, or to maybe to change their presentation, or they'll be a little bit more. They'll have a little bit more courage, just because of the fact that they see so much more representation around the world, which is a really amazing thing. The more open society is, and the less shame there is.
Well, and that's the real, that's the goal behind, like when people are like, oh, well, just don't show it to kids. Don't, like, why do kids need to know about gay people or queer people? And it's not any of the propaganda. Sorry, my cat is fluffing hair
okay.
everywhere.
There's a big blob, yeah. Well.
It's not, any of the propaganda about like, oh, you have to indoctrinate kids to make them queer, because you can't
Change what kids
can't.
do. I mean, anyone
Yeah,
who's
like
got kids knows this.
there's no propaganda that has ever made a kid gay. There's no proof that any of that stuff has been indoctrinated. But you know what? There is endless accounts of people who were raised to be straight Christian, get married like right out of high school, who ended up being gay or queer or trans,
who were forced
and
to
that
repress
is
it, because they were
exactly,
afraid.
and that is like proof right there that the best thing you can do is to teach a kid from a young age that, like, hey, if you are different, that's okay. If somebody else is different, that is also okay.
I'm gonna just I'm just gonna copy your source. Sorry, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna copy your source into my build scene. Won't be a second. There we go. Because I just tried to do that earlier and then realized I'd messed it up. So I just thought I might do a little bit of building while we chat, if that's okay.
You're all good.
I'm going to put
Oh,
that there. There's not much space here, but yeah, you're good. Cool. Brilliant. Yeah, because I'm going to carry on with I keep saying Takeshi's castle. It's not Takeshi's castle. It's Hijemi Castle. I'm going to carry on with Hijemi Castle because I see some cool stuff going on here. I got to put these base plates down here, these big plates. And I was looking at the instructions and I was like, actually, I really just want to build this. So I'm going to do it. Would you like to see my Lego collection, actually, Jordan, while we're here?
oh yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah.
It's not as much as yours at the moment because most of my stuff is back up north. But there is some stuff to see, so let me just grab it. The only problem is I don't know if I can take my headphones with me. Maybe I can. I've got a wire. Let's see what happens. Okay. You might not be able to hear me on the mic though. It's a condenser and it doesn't. Let's see what happens.
No, you're all good.
So here is the Concorde, which is amazing. Just a really incredible set. It was such a fun build. The landing gear comes down as well, which is fantastic. And it's a beautiful looking piece of Lego. That it really is. It's huge, and it just kind of overhangs the whole display. So there's the sofa, and there's the and then we got some nice orchids. We got the Millennium Falcon, the MIDI scale one, which I'm a big fan of.
Oh yeah.
Here's the MP44. Not Michael Schumacher. Who was it? Oh, Ayrton Senna. Ayrton Senna's MP44. We got the Kingfisher bird and some speed champions.
Oh yeah.
We've also got this is one of mine. This is the Blade Runner spinner from Blade Runner. And then we got the Viking Village, which is kind of nice.
Oh yeah. I love that one.
This is a really good one. The Ghostbusters Ecto 1. It was a really fun build as well, this one actually. Really good fun to make. I think that's about it. That's about it for me.
I love the botanical collection. I have on my shelf out here in my living room. I have the pink bonsai tree, and then I have some of the cherry blossom sprigs that they made as well. And they're such great decorations. They're usually pretty fun builds. Always have a good time with those.
They're actually a lot more fun to build than I expected. They are, the techniques that the Lego use. So what they often do is they recolor some pieces and use them in interesting ways that no one would have thought of, and you find these little pieces in the center of the flowers and things, and you're like, oh wow, this is just like a recolored thing, and it's so clever what they do. It really is, and they look great. They from a distance you actually can't, you have to struggle to even see if they're Lego or not, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm looking at the cherry blossom sprigs right now, and I'm like, yeah, they just kind of look like actual cherry blossoms.
Yeah, I mean, same for the orchids. But if you look at it in the screen, it's quite small, and you can't tell that it's not Lego from that distance. You really can't. So you're very much into video games as well, aren't you, Jordan?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got started. I guess all of my content creation and everything started doing video games. I worked as a game reviewer and a journalist for about 10 years out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I started kind of slowly transitioning into game design, and I did that for a couple years. I worked as a narrative designer for a full year working from home, just about before I started doing content creation full time. So,
Awesome.
and I've made like my own little like art games in the past, and yeah, like it's just one of those things that's always been with me, and I think it always will be.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I used to work at Electronic Arts.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. I was a world artist initially, and then I moved into pre-visualization. So I was in the previs department and leading the previs team. Previs in the games before we made them. A bit like previs in films where they do the visual effects, but it's all really cheap and chunky. But it's just to kind of get an idea of the stuff that's happening. That's what I was doing for a while at EA, and then I left EA and started my own company.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and we made a pretty successful app. Because it was the time of the apps. It was the time of the apps. And we kind of just got in there at the right time. It was very, very zeitgeist, what we built. So I've got quite a lot of experience in that. And obviously I like to play games as well. I'm a big fan.
What games did you work on at EA?
I don't know if I want to dox my... I mean, like I could say... But then people would figure out who I was. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can tell you in Discord. It's not a problem. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. Like people who know. Like my friends all know. Obviously, my friends know. But it's just I don't want to give people more ammunition because I know that transphobes have watched this in the past, and the things that I've said on this Twitch have been brought up in other places, and now I got to be a bit more careful. I don't know.
See, that pisses me off because, like, not that I want it, but I feel like, because you've seen me on Twitter and social media, is I don't actually, despite talking a lot of shit, I don't really get targeted for harassment that often, and certainly not as often as other people who don't talk as much shit.
Yeah.
And so I see other trans accounts and other trans content creators who are just kind of minding their own business, who are just like not even really trying to be political or engaging in any way, get targeted, and it pisses me off because I know that they wouldn't do it to me.
That's interesting.
Because they know, like, I'm somebody who would actually fire back.
Well, I mean, I fire back. I can't stop myself. I am one of these people who who will absolutely fire back, and I will mock them. I will boost them to my followers so that everyone else can take this. I don't blank out the names or the profile pictures. Some big trans accounts do that. It's very, very magnanimous of them. It really is. But I don't, because I don't think that they deserve that generosity. Honestly, I think that they're absolutely the worst people in the world. So I will fire back, but I've had two Twitter. I'm onto my second Twitter account. My first Twitter account got up to about 23,000, and then Twitter just decided to kill it. My post didn't really go anywhere. It was seen by like 100 people, and then it just stopped. Putting it onto people's timelines. So I started another one. So my first Twitter account didn't tend to get all that much stick from the transphobes. They kind of, like you, I think they just kind of tended to ignore it. But I must have got myself onto some nasty lists. I've been tried to, other people have tried to dogpile me. Kelly J. Keane has tried to do it. Wings Over Scotland. Yeah. What's his name? Glinner. He's done it. Yeah. The only person who's not done it yet is Rowling, actually, and I think it's only a matter of time. But I say bring it on. I don't really care. But when it really annoys me is when they actually post photographs of my children and my wife and stuff like that. That's just crossing the line. And they've done that. They've crossed the line. They've posted photographs of my kids, and they put it up on Twitter and things. And that's, and I actually went to the police for that because it just seemed like this was serious now. The police. No,
that is could easily be seen as like an incitement to violence. Yeah, that is open harassment of a minor.
I mean, the problem, of course, was that the photo they got it off they managed to find it on a local newspaper article, and they'd obviously done a lot of digging and research because there was no obvious link to it, but they'd managed to find them on a local newspaper article, and then they'd posted that to Twitter. So it was a publicly available image. I got the newspaper to take it down because I wasn't even aware it was up there, but they took it down. But it's kind of scary what lengths these people will go to target us. It's just like a full-time job for them, isn't it? It feels like.
It is. And when you see especially like Graham Linehan and Kelly J. Keane, like it just seems miserable. Like they don't seem happy. It's not like they even
They are not.
like it's I understand that they probably take a minute amount of glee in tearing others down, but like when you look at them, it's not like they seem to find like purpose or happiness from obsessing about this stuff all day. They just seem miserable.
They seem absolutely miserable, and it's almost like they've got a martyr complex, where they're they are miserable, but they keep on going just because they feel like it'll all be worth it in the end. Eventually, everyone will come round to their way of thinking, and then they'll be hailed as heroes. And so they'll just keep on going. They're like I don't know. It's just it's a very weird psychological state that they've managed to get themselves in, and it's not good. It's really, I don't know what's going to happen to. I mean, the posts from Glinner, it's just pathetic. He has no friends. He has no family. It's kind of sad to see.
It is, and I don't know. I have a friend, Kaylin Conrad, who I'm sure you've seen their posts.
He's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, and they are constantly like tearing into Graham to the point where I know for a fact Graham knows who Kaylin is, and I love
no doubt about it.
Just watching Kaylin tear into him because it's kind of
they're very witty.
Yeah, and I love it's kind of I feel like it's almost like that's if you were doing divide it like into sections, like I feel like Graham Linehan and a lot of the TERFs and stuff, that's kind of like Kaylin's beat, which is largely why I don't cover much of that because they do such a wonderful job covering it.
Yeah.
And so many people from my audience also overlap with theirs, so it's like, okay, no, they've got this locked down. And so that's another really great follow on Twitter I can fully recommend.
Oh, I already follow Kaylin. I think they're brilliant. I wouldn't mind getting Kaylin on as an interviewee as well on this. Actually, that would be amazing. I don't know if they'll be up for it. They're super big and probably really busy, but I should. I think
they'd love to. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can introduce me. Put in a good word.
Of course.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah, but it's good that you don't get that much hassle. Honestly, it is wearing. I mean, it's validating as well. It shows that what I'm doing is right, because when the worst people in the world are harassing you and calling you a man in a dress, then you're onto something, right? You're fighting the good fight. But it is exhausting.
It's exhausting. It is exhausting in a way, but at the same time, like it's hard to get too deeply affected or get too hurt deeply because they all say the same things. They all have the exact same arguments. They all have, and it's so low effort that they're just like even when they post memes and stuff that they've got from 4chan or whatever, it's just like this is like you put zero effort into this.
Yeah.
You aren't even showing that you actually really care enough to put together an actual response.
Totally, it's almost like they're just doing it on autopilot, or they've just written a bot to do it for them, which honestly would make a lot of sense because the bot would never get tired, it wouldn't get miserable, it wouldn't lose its family and children to a divorce. It just makes sense to offload this kind of stuff to a bot because it would be just as meaningless and repetitive and just mindless, wouldn't it? What they do. So Yeah, no, it doesn't tend to affect me. I mean, it doesn't tend to affect me deeply, and I do, I often just laugh at it. It's because it is so ridiculous, or so, like, just so out of there, just so left field. Some of the stuff that I get, but then when I guess it's the sheer quantity. When I do get a post that goes viral or something, it's just the sheer quantity, and my phone is just. It just becomes unusable. Like Twitter's not a very good piece of software, to be honest, and it never has been all that good. It's a lot worse. More, recently, it's a lot more. It's just awful. But when the phone gets into that kind of state, it just becomes completely unusable, and it's. I just have to kind of turn it off or put it down, because there's no point trying to stem the tide, because Twitter literally just doesn't work. So I have to kind of.
It's also, to what you were saying at the beginning, like, they are not. It's so rare, and I do try and interact. If I think somebody is really truly acting in good faith, I will try and interact. But it's so rare that happens, that more often than not, if a thread or something blows up, I mute it, and I might go check on it later. But like, I'm not. It is going to be 100, 200 people saying all the same things who are not engaging in good faith. They don't actually have a curiosity. They don't want to learn about other people. They have their mind made up.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And they are, and that's sort of the technique, isn't it? That's sort of the strategy behind it. It's not. It's just an army of trolls. They don't have to be individually good at anything. They don't have to individually be. It's like, oh wow, that was a witty repartee that you've got there. That's really got me deep. That one, I wasn't expecting that. It doesn't have to be that. It just have to be the same old mundane stuff in the hundreds or thousands, and that will do this. That will have the same effect, and it will have the effect of putting you off putting your head above the parapet and being visible, and being a representation for the trans community, which I guess we both sort of are, in our own different ways. It is a bit of a responsibility. Does it ever kind of get to you that? Does it kind of keep you up sometimes at nights where you think, oh my gosh, there's like thousands of people who are watching me or seeing what I do and looking up to me, and and I need to do the best that I can for them. Is that something that you think about, or are you a bit more chill?
It's a surreal thing, because I have people who will reach out to me and be like I had somebody
that username's gotta go. Come
on. I had somebody reach out to me, or who just commented on a video, who said, they were saying like, oh, I love this video of yours, and they told me about I had a friend who recommended your videos to me, and they loved your content, and they passed away last year, and you inspired them. I forget exactly what it was, but I started tearing up right there. And this was just yesterday, and I've had so many people who will come into my Twitch comment section or YouTube comment section and say, oh my gosh, thank you, this video really helped me, or this video, you've been a huge inspiration for me. And that's never been I've never had the goal of ooh yeah, I'm gonna do all this stuff so I can I do want to inspire people in a broad sense, to be inspire people to be more curious, to be more forthright, to be brave, and all of that stuff. But I've never aspired to be like an icon or an inspiration in that way. And so it's been I feel a incredible amount of responsibility to my audience, to my patrons, to everybody who has supported me, that I continue doing just the best that I can to try.
Cool. And that is cool. It's good that you it's good that you have that feeling of responsibility, and it means that it is important. And obviously the trick is not to get burnt out by it, and not let it actually kind of get to the point where it's you've got to kind of ride the wave and not, maybe not think about it too much, but just be aware of it and still, as long as you take care of yourself and are able to continue doing what you're doing, I think that's the main thing, isn't it? And
that's become the hard part, honestly.
No, I'm sure I can relate. I know. Yeah. Aurelia, I need some water. My mod is gonna get me some water now because all I have to do is like whine in that voice, and she goes to get me some water. It's amazing. I can't find the piece that I'm looking for. It's really annoying me. It's hiding as usual. Maybe this is a good time to catch you with chat. I don't know. It's. I get into this. Yeah, no, I'd love to, but I can't. Thanks, Lucy, for the reading. Oh, that's behind our guest. Okay, never mind. Let's catch you with chat. Thank you, Aurelia. Thank you so much. She heard me.
What's behind me?
Huh? I think I'll go for water now, please. I just need like water. Thanks. So yeah, let's just check up with what the chat is saying, because there's a lot of interesting things. Errol says, this is a while ago, Loki was pretty much the first gender fluid demigod in Norse mythology. Loki. Yeah, he was pretty gender fluid. Thank you, Aurelia.
Want a refill?
Yes, please. But I wasn't that bothered about the Marvel show, honestly. I thought it was a bit not really bothered about Loki. But yeah, but the god, cool. Gender labels are descriptive, not prescriptive, says Aurelia. That's a good way of putting it. Descriptive, not prescriptive. I like it.
That's I should have just said that. That was a lot easier than the long-winded
just write
rant
that
I
down.
went
Just
on.
copy paste that into your script. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
You can have that, I'm sure. We don't make people queer by presenting our queerness. If people come out as queer after seeing ours, they were already. They just either didn't know or were hiding it. So from my perspective, I always knew I was trans, like from a very early age, from basically the age where I could start thinking about these things. So like 4 or 5, I just knew, but I also realized that I had to hide it. I kind of made tentative steps to my mum, trying to, I wanted to wear dresses and things like that, and she just completely shut me down. And and I don't really blame her for it, because this was a long time ago and things were very different. Nowadays, I think it would be a more of a contentious point. But I just kind of realized that I knew I wanted to be a girl. I really felt like I was a girl, but I also was aware of the fact that I didn't have a girl's body, and so I just sort of, what I kind of thought was going to happen was eventually I was going to be a girl. I didn't really know how things worked, I was a young kid, and I was like, I'm a boy now, but presumably I'll be a girl at some point later on. I'll grow up and I'll be a girl. And I guess it's true, but not the way I thought when I was young. Riley says, if I had been taught about it in school, that would have been awesome. That way I wouldn't feel so constricted. Because in my 19 years of being alive, I've known. Yeah, Riley, you're still young, so you've got your whole life ahead of you. You can be whoever you want to be. Don't and yeah, as we said, don't let the labels constrict you. They are descriptive, not prescriptive. I'm going to definitely use that from now on. That's brilliant.
It's not mine.
It's not yours. Okay, it's still very good. Well remembered.
I don't remember where I got it from.
Never mind. Errol says they're utterly obsessed, this is transphobes, and have absolutely no life. Hence, they need some time to spend their day on. They need something to do, don't they? We got another fan of Kaelin. Thank you. Bill Sorrell says, I have all the big GC accounts blocked. And that's a very sensible thing to do. And actually, that's sort of not what I've done. I have been blocked by other GC accounts, but on this new Twitter account, I just decided I was actually just gonna, not block and see how that went. And it's been an interesting journey, that's for sure. Oh, that's good. What do you tend to do, Jordan? Do you block, or do you enjoy? Do you kind of?
I never, and it's something I don't do on like YouTube comments and stuff. Is I never block, I never delete comment unless it's something incredibly offensive. But like I don't delete comments, and because that is the fuel that when they come around, like that's what they want,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
they want to feel that validation of like, oh, you just can't handle the truth. You just can't. And I think that's probably why they don't, like, a lot of people don't target me as much, is that like I can just not just give it back, but I can like sit there and take it, and it doesn't faze me and it doesn't bother me. And that is the ultimate, I feel, victory over them, is to, it's one of those things, like the best revenge is to like live a happy
Your life
life.
well, yeah. No, that's totally true, and it's a good. It's a good tactic, honestly. As far as as far as promoting engagement goes, it's actually a really good tactic. If you want to grow your social media accounts, top tip from both me and Jordan is don't block and don't hide the comments and things like that. Let other people see that stuff, and it's like sunlight is the best disinfectant, isn't it? Like when people see that, they're like, what? And they'll engage as well. It'll boost your visibility and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of a cynical
It's
ploy,
just
but
like
it does work.
the interview I did with the protesters at Pride is like, it really is. Somebody was saying like, wow, you barely got to ask any questions. I was like, yeah, I didn't, like, I wasn't going in looking for a debate or anything. I just wanted to interview them, and they just kind of went off on their own, and like I barely had to say anything. I didn't have to ask any leading questions for them to just display how ignorant and, quite frankly, stupid they were. Like it kind of happens if you just let it.
Just let them talk. Yeah, exactly. And it's sort of true, isn't it? It's sort of true. Lucy says, I am back with baguettes. You've got baguettes for din-dins. Very nice. Oh my gosh, we had an amazing dinner. Aurelia made something that I've never had before. It's a Danish dish, and it was gravy burger. It's called the gravy burger, and it's basically a burger. It's got loads of kind of onions and relish and all this kind of stuff on, but then it's kind of just smothered in pork gravy, and you can't pick it up because it's too wet. It's a very wet burger, but it's just, so you do with a knife and fork. But it's amazing. There's actually photographs of
That sounds good.
in our Discord right now. So if you want to go and have a look in the Dinners channel, you will see the photo that I took of this gravy burger that Aurelia made. She's actually a very, very handy in the kitchen. She's amazing in the kitchen, and she's the perfect flatmate because she loves to cook. I love to eat. Like it couldn't be better. Bots, Lucy says, bots don't need to eat carbonara. No, you just feed them electricity, not carbonara for one. So we had a carbonara the other day. It was a carbonara for two, and it was glorious. Lucy says, nah, Meja, you just need to be you. Don't try to be a good girl, just be a girl. To paraphrase Zephram Cochrane in Star Trek. Did Zephram Cochrane say, don't try to be a good girl, just be a girl? No, he didn't. What did he say? You said paraphrase. What did he say? Because I don't know. I don't really know what you're talking about. So, Zephram Cochrane. He's the guy who invented warp engines in Star Trek. I know this much. I think. Is he? I don't know. Is he? No, I'm second guessing myself now. I don't know. Dandy Lee, hello Dandy Lee, how you doing? I'm talking to Jordan, also Dead Domain on, Domain Dead on Twitter, Dead Domain on Twitch. Which way round is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be Dead Domain, but that was the way Twitter gave it to me, and I don't think I just haven't tried to change it, I guess. I guess I probably could. I should try and change it.
If you can, yeah, but maybe someone else already has the username. I don't know. I used to believe I'd just wake up one day as a girl, says Lucy. Yeah, I mean, same actually, same. For a long time, that's kind of how I thought it. Like, I didn't know how it worked. I just assumed that was sort of what was going to happen. I used to have dreams where I was a girl, and those dreams actually really messed me up. And they got worse and worse. I had them constantly when I was young, just constantly. And they started to lessen, probably as I became a young adult. I kind of, gave up on all my hopes and dreams. And then, but then they'd surface, and I'd have these occasionally just really, really vivid dreams that I was a woman, and I was just doing normal woman things, and I'd like saw myself in the mirror, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a woman, that's pretty cool. And then when I woke up, I was devastated. Every single time I woke up from one of those dreams, it just messed me up for not just the day, but for like a week afterwards. I would struggle with depression, and those kinds of dreams just triggered those kind of episodes of depression. And I went into these deep depressive episodes where, everything just felt very, very hopeless, I guess. Well, and they weren't obviously, but it took me a long time to figure out, the solution. But yeah, those dreams, they mess me up. How's your kind of experience been with those, with like your identity and things like that? Have you had an easier ride of things, or has it been difficult for you too, Jordan?
It's been. I don't know if I've ever had dreams, but It's one of those things where you kind of have to, when you start accepting, like, okay, I might be, maybe I am, you do some unpacking of your history, and I've definitely done a lot of just personal unpacking and looking at my history with gender and gender representation and what caused me, like, why for so long did I stay away from this? And part of it was like a mix of partners who didn't understand,
Mm-hmm.
a mix of just like social pressures and being made fun of as a kid, or
Sure.
certain incidents that would happen to me as a kid. And of course, I grew up in the mid 2000s, so here in America, being called gay was a slur. Like the F slur was thrown around continually. Like it was a laughing stock, especially like not just to be queer or be more effeminate, but to be any shade of trans. Like for my entire youth growing up was depicted as being just freakish.
Yeah, same.
And so like I think a lot of that kept me from fully realizing myself and seeing myself. And but it's been a lot of unpacking there. And other than that, like I've been working on making myself into who I want to be and how I want to present, and that has to do with like I've also taken up, I do cosplay, and so I've taken up a lot of dieting and exercise and
Cool.
yeah.
That's something I'd love to get into, honestly. Cosplay. It looks a lot of fun. It really does. I'm looking forward to getting back to the gym. I used to go to the gym. I was doing really well, getting myself to the gym until just before my trip to Thailand for SRS. And since then, obviously I couldn't do it for quite a while. And then I've had problems with my breast as well. I don't know if you know, but it was last week I lost a breast. And so I've not really been able to go to the gym. Just things have happened where I've not been able to get back to the gym, but I constantly miss it, and I really want to go back, and I'm hopeful actually that I will be able to get back to the gym soon and get my body.
And I think actually pretty soon here, as soon as I hop off here, I'm gonna I go for like a morning run around a 3-mile little trail around here.
That sounds good. Yeah, there's some really good trails here as well. We've been exploring just like on foot, just walking around and stuff, and there's a bunch of stuff. Actually, looks some really good mountain biking trails up the hill, and I really want to take a mountain bike up there. It's gonna be. I've seen the features. There's some jumps, there's some drops. It's like, I want to do this. I want to go up there, but I just haven't been able to. I think I'm going to go soon. I really do. Like I've still got stitches and things in, but I'm like, I think I could maybe do this. I think I can go. Maybe I think I can do it. I'm gonna wait a couple more weeks, but it's like these are kinds of things I miss because I'm naturally a fairly active person. I'd like to think, and I've just been hampered with my ongoing health issues. What's happening in the chat? Lucy says, I, for the longest time, believed I was born intersex or a girl and was fixed, but nobody would tell me. Really? So that was kind of the thing that, like, so you weren't really, but it's like an interesting idea that you thought in your head was the explanation for things. Because the thing is, it could be like you could have been, but it's but I guess maybe you weren't. I always like to think that maybe I've got like they're like, what's the word? Is it Klinefelters or something, where you've got XY, and I'm always like, I wonder if I got my chromosomes tested. I wonder if I'd find something interesting there. But the chances are not good. Like the chances probably I'm just boring old XY. But it would be so cool if I wasn't. I'm a bit scared to try it, honestly, but it would be nice to have that. I guess it's not really that important, because ultimately it's what we feel. It's not what our bodies. It's not our chromosomes. It's not it's not all that kind of stuff. It's the important stuff is the stuff that's going on in here, and that's the only thing that's really relevant. But at the same time, it would be quite nice. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Lucy says, looking back, it's really mind-blowing when you realize how obvious it was if you just thought about it. So is it something that you tried not to think about, Lucy? Because I guess, again, a lot of the trans experience is that people actually don't know. They don't realize it until, like, they know something's wrong maybe, but it takes them like many years, potentially decades and decades into their lives until they realize, oh, wow, actually, I figured it out. I'm trans. And that must be quite a shock, honestly. That must be quite a distressing kind of experience. I don't really relate, but I can understand how difficult a period that must be for people to, and for them to have had all these signs and all these things throughout their life where it just didn't really make sense, and then suddenly it kind of comes into focus and it clarifies for them. I know I have friends who this has happened to, and it's quite an interesting story that they've got. You okay?
Yeah, I just need to go to the toilet.
She's always known. I've always known. But I've got friends who kind of it kind of dawned on them, and they were like, in the 40s and 50s and maybe even 60s, and then they kind of figured it out. I think it's maybe partly because, like, so nowadays I suspect that because more people are coming out, that's going to happen less and less, because kids are a bit more woke and a bit more aware of these kinds of issues and things. But for the older generation and for my generation as well, it was probably just not something that was quite as obvious, just because there was so little representation. I don't know. Maybe.
I think I might. No. Continue on your chat.
No, you go. I was just going to carry on reading chat.
I think if it's okay with you, I might end up hopping off and going on that run. I did not realize I've been here almost 2 hours already.
I know, it goes so quick, doesn't it? Stream time.
It goes so quickly.
It's
oh
like
my goodness.
Inception. Stream time goes twice as fast as real life, and then so this would have normally been half an hour or something, and it's actually been 2 hours. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining us, though, Jordan. It's been
thank you so much for having me.
It's been good to talk.
Thank you for putting up with my technical issues.
No, it's fine. We got there in the end. It wasn't really a big deal. But yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass to sort out. I hope you can sort that out with your phone and things. Twitch and
me too.
Phones and authorization, and it sounds like a nightmare. It's probably something that you do want to get sorted. Otherwise, you do run the risk of like losing your Twitch account, and you don't want that to happen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So good luck with that, and enjoy your run.
Will do. And
I'll see you around on the internet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And have fun building the castle.
Thank you. I will. I can't find one of the pieces, and I'm completely stuck. But I'm gonna give it a proper search in a minute. So we'll see if I can make any more progress. Okay, it's been an absolute pleasure. Goodbye, Jordan. So everyone say goodbye to Jordan and thank her for being here. Everyone wave and say goodbye, and make sure you follow her. Make sure you Make sure you follow them. Make sure you subscribe to them, and also make sure you check her out on Twitter as well, because they're doing some really good stuff.
Thank you. Have a good night, y'all.
You too. Bye. See you again soon. There they have gone. I think I messed their pronouns up like probably 50% of the time, didn't I? They were very patient with me. Oh, it's so difficult. I mess it up. Right. Why am I looking at myself twice? That's weird. Is that there? Yeah, that's there. And that's there. Okay, we're going to just get rid of that. I don't know what it's doing. So strange. Gone. Cool. Right, anyway, that was really cool. Yeah, did everyone enjoy that? I enjoyed talking to Jordan. I thought they were really cool. You okay? Yeah. Did you enjoy the guest?
Yeah, that was
guest. Special guest. It was a good one. Normally we do special guests on Sundays, but Jordan couldn't do Sunday, so we decided to just shift it to my Thursday stream, which is fine. Right, I am so stuck because there's a piece here that it's and I've been looking on my desk for like it feels like the past hour, and I have not seen it, and I just wonder where it is. I'm gonna check this first. Thank you. Yeah, no, I haven't checked there, as usual, and I'm not going to. But I'm gonna check the spare box. Hold on a minute. So this is the spare box, and it's I honestly don't really understand it, but this is where pieces end up sometimes. And I really hope that this is where it is. I need to take some stuff out of here because it's too full. I can't look in it.
This is the bad place.
We're in the bad place? Well, we're not. Yeah, okay, but also, we're not really building yet, so we'll build soon. Right, there's one. I found one of them. I'm going to take that out because... No, it can't be. I have to take it back home. Because I would like to make some more progress. I haven't made much progress on this at all tonight. Because I've been too interested in talking to Jordan, honestly. I knew they had a YouTube channel because I saw it on the Twitter bio. But what I didn't think to do was actually check it. And oh my gosh, 85,000 followers. Oh, subscribers on YouTube. That's very impressive, isn't it? Shows how good at researching I am. Which is not at all. Yeah, it's not here. Right, it's not here. So I'm just going to have to try and move on without this piece. I don't like doing that, though. I really don't like doing it. But I'm going to have to. Just going to have to. It's a corner L. Hold on. Now you definitely can't see. 1 second. It's this corner L piece. It's just occurred to me we don't have music as well. Why is the music not on? Music's back. That's better. We've just been talking in silence. I didn't even notice because the conversation was so enthralling. Very interesting, and they're doing a lot of cool things. Pride speeches and YouTube videos. Makes me wonder what I was doing when I was their age. Not a lot. No, I was actually doing a lot. Okay, I'm going to catch you with chat. Lucy Llewellyn. Being labelled gay was a slur here as well. It was also attributed to me as my name for my whole secondary school time. Oh, fantastic. As in, I would just be called gay instead of dead name. Oh, my God. Yeah, kids, eh? So cruel. So cruel. It's not underneath. I can't stop looking for it, but I need to, because I need to make some progress. That's weird. I did. I found it. I found it in the Spurs box. It was in the Spurs box. I just didn't see it. Amazing. And the other piece I was looking for is also in the Spurs box. Wow. Okay. That's such a relief. I still got something happening. Okay, hold on. I've still got something happening here as well. Go away. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Lucy. That sounds really rubbish. Kids are very cruel. I think that's, it's no consolation, but that's a common experience for LGBTQ kids, isn't it? Getting into school, it's not a fun time. It's really not a fun time. I don't know. I do feel a little, I feel like I got off a bit lightly, honestly, because I don't know if I was bullied any more than, there was other people who were definitely bullied, and I wouldn't say I got off scot-free, but at the same time, I kind of did. I wasn't the worst kind of victim or whatever you would call it. I do have horrible memories. It wasn't relentless. I'll say this for it. It wasn't relentless. For me, it wasn't relentless. It was just a kind of a baseline kind of annoyance. Okay, still stuck on this. Oh, here we go. There we go. But I don't know if I've got just a kind of personality thing, or I was lucky or whatever, but I did tend to, I know that bullies, and I hate to say this, but I know that bullies do see weak, and they target weak, and they pick on weak. And I learned quite early on that in order to try not to be bullied, I had to, even though maybe I didn't feel it, I had to pretend or come off as less of an easy target. And so I did concentrate on trying to do that to a certain extent. And, it ended up with fights. There was fights. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of fights at school. But eventually, I think, I was seen as not an easy target in the end. And I guess that put me in, that made it a bit easier for me. But was school fun? No. School was hell. School was the opposite, the very opposite of fun. Dandelion, I'm not trans, but I never knew that girls could date or get together with other girls. I had to find out the hard way. You found out the hard way? What was that? Something just beeped at me. My phone's ringing. I can hear my phone ringing. There's a WhatsApp call. What? I'm not. What? Someone's trying to call me on WhatsApp. I'm not going to answer it. If you're watching the stream, I just want to let you know that I'm not going to answer my WhatsApp call. Who could be calling on WhatsApp? Oh, there are a few people who call me on WhatsApp. Okay, I know. I think I might know who's calling me on WhatsApp. I might call him back later. We'll see. Let's see how I feel about it. So yeah, I don't really get what you're saying the hard way, Dandelion. What do you mean? Come on, I want to know more. Would you like to clarify that statement? Lucy, in quotes, gay, are you coming to the shops with us? Was the sort of usage. Yeah, I kind of figured out the usage. Gay, that's awful though, isn't it? Did you let it affect you? Was it, did it, that's a bad way of putting it, not let, but did it affect you? Or were you able to kind of just blank it out? I don't know. Okay, so then this goes here, there. Oh, nice. We are making progress now. Now that I've found those pieces that I was desperately looking for, I am actually able to make a bit of progress again. That's good. Yeah, we had a good time, didn't we? We had a good time with Jordan. We got 2 Mejas for a short time, but double Meja's gone. Mirror Universe Meja has now left. I transported her out. Double Meja across the sky. What does it mean? Wow, what does it mean? Yeah, now we got them back. There's a grey corner right behind the castle. Yeah, but I was looking for a certain colour, which there definitely wasn't one. I really was trying to figure out how they got there, because I was certain I put everything in the bag. But this is twice. Yeah, okay, so I mean, these are spares, right? So these are spare parts, which means that they were spares when you built it. So you just missed a few bits when you were building the original ones. Yeah, so that's probably what it was, right? But I know when a Lego is probably a spare, and when it almost certainly isn't a spare. And a lot of these pieces, Lego doesn't tend to put these in as spares. So it's just a missed piece. But don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's a very easy kind of to miss a piece here and there. It certainly makes my job more interesting. That was a bit passive aggressive, wasn't it? I didn't mean it in a bad way. Cool. Yeah, we're just racing ahead now. Errol says, might there have been a couple bricks that kind of disappeared and just got put in the spares box instead of opening the bags and such again? Meja says, no. Aurelia says, Meja, please remember scars are still scars. It doesn't matter if they're small or large, they all matter. See, that's the thing. I don't remember doing that at all. But I must have at some point. You wouldn't necessarily have known about it. It's seriously, it's a very easy thing to do, and I've done it. I miss pieces constantly, and then I kind of have to go back and try and figure out where they went or where I missed it. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. But I'm a perfectionist, and I need to. If I wasn't such a perfectionist, I'd just leave them. I'd be like, yeah, I can't find this one. Never mind. Moving on to the next. But I can't. I'm just not that kind of person, Too OCD. I'm too OCD. So yeah, I went to the doctor's today. I met my new GP for the first time, and he seems very nice. I went there this morning. I walked up. It's only half an hour away, which is brilliant. Much closer than my old one. Well, my old one I couldn't walk at all. I couldn't walk there, no way. So I had to drive. That's the thing about living out in the country in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you have to have a car. There's no question. Whereas here, I don't have a car. Well, I do. It's 500 kilometers away. I still technically have it, but I'm not driving it. Stress before moving, might just simply not remember because quite a bit just goes on autopilot. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true, that. It just doesn't matter. Moving is a very stressful thing to do, isn't it? And me and Aurelia, we're going to have to move again fairly soon. Probably need to start thinking about that a little bit, I guess. I've messed something up. Ah, I didn't put that on. That's cool. Aurelia says, oh, bullies also target those who fight back. They do, but honestly, bullies tend to be cowards. They tend to be cowards. So in my experience, if there is someone who's less likely to fight back, they will get it worse. Ariel says, up to a point. I smashed someone's face in and got left alone after that. That's the trick, yeah. I mean, that's the trick. I don't want to go into too many details, but Ariel's on the nose with that one. To be fair, says Aurelia, I was sick. You were sick. My neighbour was assaulted, yes, in his own home, and then bled all over my place. I remember this. And like, yeah, fun times. Also, the old apartment was a mouldy coffin. I think I don't know, but you're a lot less stressed here, maybe, Aurelia. I mean, I hope you're a lot less stressed. I hope it's not so stressful living with me. I know it can be stressful at times, because I'm a stress monster, but hopefully it's not as bad as your place in Copenhagen, in Denmark. There it is. Oh, I'm making really good progress now. Fantastic. Yeah. Really says I was really fighty in primary school. That's interesting. What I don't get is why the bullies kept going though. They got more scratches than I did, even in spite of ganging up on me. Oh, so they had numbers as well. Yeah, okay. So that you were still outnumbered. Errol has a T-Rex skull to build. Ooh. And Aurelia has a ornithopter to build. That's going to be so... The thing is, I don't really want to watch you. I mean, like I do. I want to watch you build it, Aurelia, but also because I'm going to be building it after you, right? Which is going to be amazing. The chaos build of the ornithopter. So I think, I think you... Obviously you can, but I'm going to try to limit how much I see of you building it, because I do want to kind of keep the building experience a little bit of a surprise for myself. Is that okay?
I can pick up the ornithopter right now if I want to.
You could. It's sat there in the post office, isn't it?
It's set up at the, actually they might have closed, but the pet store.
The pet store, yeah. We get our post at the pet store. Welcome to Norway. Sometimes it's like a bit chewed. The boxes are a bit chewed, but it's okay. Vandally, well, you're supposed to have boyfriends, right? What's the phrase? Compulsory hetero. But I never really saw the appeal of guys. Yeah, supposed to. Yeah, you're supposed to do a lot of things. Supposed to. But no, it's not compulsory, actually. It's the funny thing. So most people think it's compulsory, but it's not. It's not compulsory to have a boyfriend, is it, Aurelia? No. It's compulsory to be with someone who you're happy with.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's not compulsory, right? But, that's more compulsory. Compet is horrid. Finding out girls where an option was like putting together a Lego thing, but some of the pieces are hidden and there's no guidebook. We got a first time chat. Sorry, it took me a little while to get to you. First time chat from Little Kiba 00, who says, hi everyone. Hi Little Kiba. Everyone say hi to Little Kiba, please. Well, welcome to the channel, little Keybrest. Hope you're still here. We're building the Himeji Castle from the Lego architecture range. It's quite fun. It's quite a nice build. I'm afraid you missed my special guest. We had them on for 2 hours, and then they had to go for a run, which is fair enough. I was happy to have them on for as long as I did. Honestly, it was great. We had a really good chat. If anyone has any recommendations for who I should get on as my special guest next time, well, not next time because they're already lined up, but you know, soon, just let me know. I am excited about the next one as well. Yeah, you put it into Lego terms. Thank you, Dandeli. That's how I can understand things. If you put them into Lego terms, then I'm like, oh, I get it now, yeah. Edel. Okay, since I've mostly not built much Lego since the 90s and noughties, they have made the instructions a lot less complicated, right? Like 1 or 2 pieces for a certain step. I feel. Have you seen these instructions? It depends. Is the answer to that? It depends. I feel like before they had like 15 pieces, you kind of had to figure out where to put in a single instruction. So you know that's what they do. That's what they've done here. I mean, let me just. Where was it? Which one was the big one? Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's how many pieces I needed to put down there. 4 of those, 11 of those, 5 of those, 7 of those. That's a lot of pieces right there. And I sort of had to figure out where they went. Let's just scroll back. But it depends. So yeah, but the answer basically is it depends, because if you buy a set that's more suitable for, you know, for children, like, you know, 5+, then, you know, maybe you'll be okay. No, these are for grown-ups. Hey, Trestle Huntress, nice to see you. I'm just laying into Errol as usual. It's so much fun. I only do it because I know he can take it, and I know he quite likes it as well. Dandeli, wow, I wish I got mail at the pet store. I can go look at the frogs while I'm there. Yeah, that's what we could do. We could look at the frogs. I don't think there are any frogs actually, but there is a dog. There's a pet store dog. Like, he's not for sale, I don't think. If he was, I'd buy him. No, he's behind the counter. He sells us the stuff. Okay, something just beeped at me again. Oh, it's my phone. I'm just going to see what's going on. Can you tell me? Yeah, it's him. I'm not going to interrupt my stream for him. Oh! Oh yeah, okay, it came back. What does he want? I'll find out later. I'm just gonna send him a message. Right, I need a golden rod, but I don't see one. A golden bar. So I don't see one, which is a bit strange, so I'm going to check in the spares again. Yep, there it is. There we go. Oh my gosh, unexpected error on WhatsApp now. Unexpected error. WhatsApp needs to log you out and restart. Try linking again once the app has restarted. Is anyone else getting this? I've got WhatsApp on my phone and I've got and then I've got WhatsApp on my Mac, and I constantly have to just log in and do the QR code again, and it's just a massive pain in the ass. I can't be bothered. No, he's just gonna have to wait. What are we on? 2 hours 25. Or maybe carry on for another half hour. I don't know. Maybe more. Yeah, he's really good, isn't that golden retriever? He's lovely. Really says, my view on relationships is fairly simple. If I don't feel safe and comfortable around someone, I don't want to spend time with them. Simple. I have better things to do with my time than waste it on people who rub me wrong. That's not... So we got to keep it family friendly already. Errol says, well, yes, but that is an arch build, so aimed at older people, right? It's an architecture build, yes. Before all of them had those instructions. I sort of, yeah, maybe. A long time ago, maybe they were a bit more complicated. Hey, MJ. Yeah, you missed us having a great interview. Did you see the interview? It was really good fun. I'm back onto Himeji Castle again now. Dandeli says, I don't know, big dogs scare me a bit. A golden retriever though, come on, it's a golden retriever. They are the most adorable, friendly, innocent woofers that I think you can get, apart from a black Labrador, which is even more amazing. Like, if a burglar broke into our house, I think, there's a real chance that they'd be licked to death, not bitten. As far as fates, it's not the worst thing that could happen to you. I don't know if that was for me. that elicited a good old laugh. I don't know if it was me. Oh, MJ, that's a good one. Possible guest, India Willoughby. She's not on my list yet. You know what? She doesn't actually follow me on Twitter. She follows my old account, but since I had to build my new account, she's not followed the new account yet. If someone's moods with India and wants to name drop me, be my guest, because I'd love to have her on. I think that'd be honestly, I think that'd be a really nice conversation. She used to be a TV talk. She used to be on TV, didn't she? She used to be on. Did she used to do the news or something? I don't know, but I probably would have a really good conversation with her. Right, I was looking for another golden bar. And I don't think I'm going to have any luck this time. No, it's not in there. Which means it must be in this pile of Lego. But I don't think it is. Oh no, Aurelia. I'm gonna have to just put this on and it's not gonna... Oh no. Well, that's left a sour taste in my mouth. It's there. It's there. It was at the end of my desk. Found it. Such a relief. Anyway, yeah, MJ, great suggestion. And Katie Montgomery as well. Yeah, no, definitely would like to get her on. I don't think she follows me on Twitter, but we have interacted. She's liked some of my stuff and whatnot, but I remember the date well. It was a cold afternoon in February. No, actually, I have no idea. She's liked a bunch of stuff. I keep seeing her pop up in my likes, but I don't think she follows me. So again, if any of you are moots with Katie Montgomery, feel free to recommend me. Because yeah, that would be brilliant, obviously. Yeah, a lot of these people are kind of full-time. They're full-time content creators, aren't they? And I'm not. I'm part-time. Part-time at best. Quarter-time. Errol says, I'm thinking Aurelia is sneaky and making the chaos build slightly harder for Meja. I think she is. I think what happened, because her room is closer to the Lego area. So I think in the middle of the night, when she gets up for like a glass of water, I think she sneaks over here, picks a piece at random, and then puts it in the spare box. And then sneaks back to bed again. In a very sneaky little way. I think that's what's happening, honestly. Game's up, Aurelia. Game's up. I don't see this one either. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh no, we're still building. We're still building. Hey! It's not very strong, this pop out. Unexpected item in the bagging area. That's me. That's you, Lucy. When it says lol, mate, I didn't mean it like that, you silly goose. I don't know what I said. Lucy, you may not have meant it like that, but it's fun to read it like that. Oh yeah, I know I said that. I know I said that. It's on the reader, not the author, exactly. Golden Retrievers are the one type of dog that is causing the most damage of all types of dogs. Why? What have they done? Ginger Bay has returned from adulting. Congratulations. Welcome back from the world of adults, and welcome to the world of infants. Infant-like minds, at least. No, childlike minds. Still open to the possibility of wonder. I'm just going to have this spare box. You know, at this point it might be easier to just empty the spare box into my Lego, because I don't trust any of it now. Yep. Oh no, that's not it. No, it's not that. Okay. Ooh, Tressa Huntress, 250. Thank you for the bits, Tressa Huntress. Very kind of you. Very generous. Wonderful support. There it is. There's the piece. I actually don't have my earrings on, do I? I just realised. I just went this whole stream and I've not... What have I got on? I've not got anything on. Okay, let me put these in. Earrings on. Pieces attached. There we go. That was lightning. I just saw lightning. Did you see that earlier? Yeah, I can hear the thunder now. Oh, did you hear the thunder? Did everyone hear that through the mic? I can't get this on. There we go. That was quite a big boom, I think. That's a bit. Thank you again for the support. It's really appreciated. It really is. So I'm looking for 6. I'm looking for 6. Oh yeah, okay. Snakes. That's 6. Oh, it's so weak. It's real weak sauce, this bit. Lucy's been shopping and then you eat. You're going to eat what you bought. MJ, I only saw a bit of the interview. I follow them on the Hell site, but don't like the Hell site. No one likes the Hell site on MJ. No one likes there. No one wants to be there. But, we still are. I don't really get it. No, there's still fun to be had, actually. There is still fun. There's still community. There's still nice people there. Hey, I'm there. I'm still there, so. Okay, castle facts. The colours outside the castle are all soft and sandy to keep the castle as the main focal point. And there goes on it. MJ, yep, she was the first trans newsreader on UK TV, I think. Not anymore, of course. I mean, well, no, she's still the first one, but she's not a newsreader anymore. And in fact, she's kind of constantly saying that, it's very difficult as a trans person to get any kind of gigs on the TV or because they're just completely excluded. We are completely excluded. I mean, I'm not a newsreader, so they probably wouldn't hire me in the first place, but you know what I mean. Although I think I'd be quite a good newsreader, honestly. I could do that. What do you think? Me as a newsreader? Yeah. Ginger Bay. I got stuff for the PB&Js. PB&Js. After I paid bills. Strawberry fruit spread and crunchy peanut butter. Peanut butter and jellies. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, yeah? It's a hard day's night and I should be sleeping like a log. Is that a song? Bill. Ah, Shiv's friends with Katie. Is she friends? I didn't know that. Awesome. And what is this, Lucy? What's this? This is the Beatles. Oh no, this is Peter Sellers.
It's Peter Sellers.
It's Peter Sellers. What is this in relation to? Why have you sent me this video? I don't know. I will probably watch it maybe later. Chloe the Glowbug is back. Hello, Chloe. Welcome back. Good to see you. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Studio, basically the Golden Retriever stat is due to 1, the stat not accounting for how many of the types of dogs there are in the world, and 2, because people tend to think they're always friendly, they do not pay enough attention to their behaviour. No, they are friendly. MJ, Caroline Littman. Caroline Littman. Oh, yeah, okay. She's written a book about what happened to her daughter, Alice, which was awful. And I think she might have a lot of insight into the terrible situation for young trans people in the UK. Okay. I mean, yes. Yes, but also, I don't know. I think that kind of book is really good for cis people to read. I don't think I could read it. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting through the transgender issue. I'm doing very well. On that note, so I'm not going to read it tonight, but I was thinking maybe I would do a chat stream. Like, no Lego, just chat. What do we think? At some point, probably one evening. Maybe not this week. Next time I stream will be Sunday, standard Sunday stream. What are you telling me to do? Oh, I need to turn it around. I'm on bag 8. I'm on baguette. I know, it was a big boom now, wasn't it? Thunder and lightning. It's still going. It's still going, actually. Not as big a boom as before, but it's still booming. Anyone else love that AC/DC has a song about the sound of electrical discharge? Well, they have a whole song about it. I thought it was the whole band thing. Thunder, 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 cats. I'm guessing you're in another country. Ginger Bay says to include Lucy, because that's not something you see around here in the States. How is it? Very tasty. Isn't the point of newsreaders not to be too distracting so people can actually follow the news? Says Errol. Yeah, but have you seen the newsreaders? Have you seen the newsreaders nowadays? Because I haven't. I don't really watch the news, honestly. But I think they're probably distracted. Like, but also you need to have like a certain mummy quality. I think you need to be a good mummy to read the news. Because you're basically being a mummy to the whole country or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what's this? Yeah, no, what is this? What? There's more. That goes like that. I get it. Did you hear that one as well? That's quite a big one. Ooh, I think that gravy burger's not sitting on that well. So I'm not saying no to the Caroline Lippman suggestion. I'm not saying no, but I am also saying maybe. Oh, hey, that was a big flash. Wow. Did you see the flash? Hey, we may lose power. We may lose the stream any minute now because the power's going to go. Exciting. Tell me you heard that. There is no Lego, only chat. Yeah, it's a new concept that I'm developing. It's a brand new concept. I'm a Lego builder, but I'm not building Lego. I'm just chatting. It's brand new. I'm still working on the concept, honestly, but it's a brand new thing that I just thought of. Are you not seeing any of their flashes already? I can see them quite well from my vantage point. And I thought maybe, yeah, on the chat streams, that's when I'll read the book. Yeah? That's what I was going to say a long time ago. But yeah, I am excited about the interviews. I do have some cool people lined up again, as always. Huh. That's weird. I didn't think there was going to be any more of those. Okay, that's a bit worrying. Oh no, I found it. I found it. That must be the last one. There can't be any more of those. Yeah, alright. Ariel says, you should ease off the thinking a tiny bit, Meja. I've been doing a lot of thinking recently, it's true. Ariel's just concerned for my health. But the brain's like a muscle, you know, the more you use it, the better, like, the bigger it gets, and the stronger it gets. And, you know, you can think about even more things. And I can kind of feel my cranium kind of straining against it. So it's getting a bit tight in there, you know. Well, I can't see this piece. Oh, there it is. I always say that. I say I can't find it. It's not here. And then it's immediately there. Lego embarrasses me once again. More thunder. Errol, you were just ignoring Ginger Bay? Do you know this? Did you not see that she's asking how you are? Sorry, Ginger Bay. Errol's quite rude. She's quite a rude person, actually, so... Okay, hey, that's nice. Look what I just built. It's a little house with windows. Well, it's not a house. It's, I don't know, it's part of the castle, isn't it? And it goes... Well, I don't know how it goes. It doesn't really say. Oh, okay, it must go like this. No. What? Okay, it goes like that. That's weird. Wasn't expecting that. Ooh, something's happening in the Lego. It's really properly thundering now. Properly. It doesn't look like it's raining, which is so funny. I don't see any rain. It's just lots and lots of thunder. Errol says, sorry, I'm building a Lego T-Rex skull. But I'm good. And hey, it's pretty fun with like building Lego, isn't it? How are you finding it, Errol? Is it a bit hard work for you? Is it not too? It's not too complicated, is it? Making like an arch thing. Right, yeah, and it just goes on. Okay, I need to turn this a bit. And it goes... Oh, I don't know. Hold on. No, I need to turn it more. There you go. It goes like that. Goes there. No, it's not gone. What? Why does it not want to go on? There we go. Ooh, okay, more slopes. Slowly building it up. These are big old slopey blocks, these. I like these. So I tell you what, if I do get a big name like Katie Montgomery or Kaylin or something like that, I probably need to prepare a bit, don't I? I need to do a bit of research. I need a research team. A whole team, that's what I need. A whole team who can research, who can prepare things like interview questions and things. Or do I have to do it? Oh no, I have to do it, do I? Ooh. That's weird. I'm not seeing any pieces. Okay, that was one. Oh, more lightning. And now it's bright outside. What's going on? Errol says I'm ignoring you, Meja. Thunder. Well, I'm ignoring you, Errol. Where's the Oh, there we go. Thundercats. Oh, what a great show that was. Thundercats. That actually transferred to me, that show. I wasn't gonna be trans, but Chitara. This is Chitara's fault. It's entirely Chitara's fault. I wanted to grow up and become Chitara. Don't let the Daily Mail find out though, please. Daily Mail headline: I was tranced by Thundercats. Specifically Chitara. Stunning trans woman Meja tells all in this exciting 3-page reveal. I wonder how much that's worth. I'm sure I could come up with some interview questions, says MJ. Maybe. Oh no, that sounds like volunteering. Oh no.
Water!
Thanks for the reading. Thanks for the reading. It's important. It is important to hydrate. And I forget this. Because I'm 100% just building Lego. Yeah, MJ, that would be wonderful. Like, don't stress, but if you do want to just come up with some questions and things, and if that's something you want to do, then it would be really cool. It would be really cool to get a bit of help with this kind of stuff. Because I was trying to think of some questions for Jordan, and I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it was fine, right? It was kind of fine. But also, maybe it would have been even finer if I actually had prepared. Maybe. I think it went very well, though, personally. I think I got away with it. Dressel, fighting evil, we drink milk and we pair a lot. Was that what they said in Thundercats? Makes sense. I mean, it does make sense why that tranced me, you know? I mean, that sounds like regular canon. It is regular canon. Chitara, I think Chitara's responsible for the trancing of thousands of women across the world. Possibly tens of thousands. Like, I was a completely normal cisgender man before. Ooh, Bimini's raiding with a party of 5. Yay! Right, everyone behave and everyone stop talking nonsense, please, because we have a special guest, and we got a new follower, Ambient. Thank you, Ambient. We're having a little mini raid. I don't mind the size of the raid as long as there's a raid. It's so nice to have you all. Thank you for joining us. My name is Meja. This is Transbricks. I'm streaming at you from Oslo, Norway. We're building Lego. What else? I don't know. We're doing stuff. We're having fun times. We're talking about transness, naturally, because I'm trans. It's the earrings that give it away, actually. How are you doing, Bimini? How was your stream? Did you have a fun time? Tell me what you're up to. Thank you so much for the raid. It's very much appreciated. Were you playing games? I bet you were playing games, weren't you? Yay, Ambi followed. No. She's probably responsible for many cat girls. We were just talking about Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Do you remember that one? That was a good TV show. Maybe it's before your time. I don't know. It's quite old now, isn't it? I kind of just gave my age away. Bimini's great. I was working on designing some cross stitch patterns today. Oh, not games today. What were you playing yesterday? You were playing. Actually, I saw a game on in the background, but I didn't see what it was. But it was a game. How often do you stream, actually, Bimini? It's like this. That sounded like I was kind of. It's like, how often do you stream, young lady? I'm not trying to accuse you of anything. Streaming is good and cool. I was just wondering how often you stream. It's perfectly innocent. I'm thinking about, so I'm trying to move from 3 days a week to 4 days a week. Trying to just increase my stream output. I think, yeah, Oslo's pretty cool, Ambient. Oslo is a pretty cool city. Have you ever been? It's a nice city. It's a capital city of a whole country, but it's got a pretty chill vibe to it. It's not stressy. Lucy was also tranced by Chitara from Thundercats. It was your sleigh that gave it away. My sleigh that gave it away. Oh yes, Panthro. He was pretty cool too, wasn't he? Thundercats didn't give your age away. The Commodore Pet did. Shh. Aurelia, I thought everyone had forgotten about that. I had a pet Commodore. It was a little, I had a stroke to a pet Commodore Pet. I know Thundercats, probably of my cats here. Hello. Do you stream? Okay, it's most days, 9 a.m. Eastern Canadian time. Very good, very good. Are you a full-time streamer? Are you one of those mythical full-time streamers? Anyway, thank you so much for the raid. If you have to head off to eat and drink and sleep and walk and run and laugh and live and frolic. No, frolic, that's frolic. No, in the fields. No, what's the word? Frolic in the fields. It's frolic. Follicle in the fields? That doesn't sound right. I do need to epilate thinking about it though. Something's on my mind. And it's epilation. Oh no. Always a fun time epilating. It's on my bucket list to go to Norway for sure. It's a nice country. It's a nice place. I mean, very pretty. People are awful, but it's a very pretty country. No, the people are fine. Errol says, you're just trying to kill our streaks is what you're doing. Kill your streaks? Who's trying to kill her? No one's trying to kill anyone's streaks here, Errol. Come on now. Yeah, I got there in the end. It's like frolic acid, isn't it? Frolic acid. It's a perfectly cromulent word. Cromulent. Is that a baddie from Star Trek? The cromulents. Oh no, the cromulents are attacking. Raise the shields. What is what? Actually, you know what? I don't know what cromulent means. I've heard the word, and I never bothered to check what it actually means. What's it mean? Is it from Star Trek? I think it probably is. Yeah, exactly. Folic acid in the field. B-Minute says, I am trying to become a more often streamer. What is a good thing to do, streaming? It's in this panopticon age of panopticonness. Andy Warhol was wrong. We don't have 15 minutes of fame. We have 15 hours of fame every week. Semi-fame. Not real fame though, is it really? Sort of fame. We're famous to our small number of followers. Can someone reset Meja, please? No, was that just because of the frolicness, the frolic word? I just got a bit confused. Sometimes I get stuck on words, and that was one of them. I've got a bit of a nasty case of froliculitis. Bimini says, maybe one day one of the mythic ones, but I just enjoy creating. I mean, as long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing, isn't it? That's the whole point. That's why we do it. That, and also the huge amounts of money that we obviously get. The huge amounts of money. Massive quantities. Just stacks. I've got a whole room full of money, actually, and I don't know what to do with it all. It's ridiculous. It's a hassle. To be honest, it's a hassle, to be honest with you, just having all this money from streaming. I'm gonna have to hire some kind of van to take it all to the bank, and you know, who needs that hassle, really? Simpsons reference. Crampons off the starboard bow. Correct. Crampons are a bit like tampons, right? But more painful. Now it's something about ice climbing. I don't know. It's ice climbing. Is it one of those ice sticks or ice axes? Or is it? No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what a crampon. It's like a crumpet. You toast them. Okay, that's my final answer. Good with jam. Would you like some jam on your crampon? Yes, please. More frequent streamer. Warhol debunked. Yeah, I know, he was so wrong. Warhol was so wrong. Oh, by the way, I'm just building off camera. This is what I'm doing. This is the lovely Himeji castle. It's lovely, lovely. Look at this. It's really cool. I just realised that I wasn't showing you what I was doing. I was just showing my beautiful face, which, you know, you weren't complaining. Look at that, though. It's good, isn't it? It's good Lego. And I'm just stuck on this bit because I can't find the pieces. You'd think I'd be okay by now because there's a lot less pieces on my table, but I'm still struggling. There's one. There's one. I just need to find another one of those. There it is. Yes, now everyone gets 24/7 fame. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Fame, fame, fame. I want to live forever. Anyone else? Oh, I was about to do something wrong then. Uh-oh, I think I might have already done something wrong. Oh, what? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, I must have done something really wrong here. I've done something incredibly wrong. None of what I'm doing makes sense. So I've just been talking about things too much, and I've been just making up the Lego. Literally just making it up. I don't know. I went completely off piece then. How could I have done something so wrong? Gosh, it's scary. So there's our Discord to our new followers and raiders, maybe. If you want to join our Discord and have even more fun with us when I'm not even streaming, I'm just like, you know, just living. You can join our Discord and still get content and still talk to us and share your jokes and your memes and your Lego sets and your hopes and your dreams for a better future. There you go, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, good. what doesn't make sense is the fact that this piece does not seem to be here. Oh dear. Looking for a 1x4 dark tan. It's not here. Yeah, it is. It's there. It's just there. I think this is going to be my last bag though. I'm feeling a bit tired. That always gets me. Every single time. Every single time that pops up. You know what we haven't had though for a long time, and that's Blobby. Where's Blobby at? Why have we not had Blobby for ages? Go on, let's go some love for the Blobster. He's sat behind me. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, he's there. You can just see him there. Blobby, blobby, blobby. No one wants to do the blob. Do we still have the Blobby, actually? Did we have to take Blobby off for something else? Frolic in the field. I learned... Okay, hold on. I'm really behind my chat. Sorry, I've not been paying any attention. I learned that's a Danish name for Donald Duck recently. What is? Oh, on the zond. No way. I know you were doing Daffy, though. Was I? I don't think I was. Was I doing Daffy? I didn't realise I was doing Daffy. A very bad impression of something that sounded like Daffy accidentally, I think. Froliculitis. I had a round of that once. Knocked me on my ass. Oh, thank you, Gingerbread Naomi. Whoa. Strange things happening in the audio, but that's amazing. That's really very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the bits. This warmed the cockles of my heart. That. Because sometimes, you know, you can be streaming into the void, and you know, you can. It's a very lonely life as a streamer. But it's times like that where it makes it all worthwhile. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Hearts time. Hearts. Yeah, there is a. Come on, hearts. No, sorry, no hearts. The iPhone says no. Doesn't want to do it. It's tired. Bimini. I'm reading The Meaning in the Making by Sean Tucker, and it's about why we create. So I just have been exploring creating. Very good. Sounds like an interesting book, that. Why we create. I'm a big creator myself. I create a lot of things. Today I've been creating mostly a mess in code, but it's going to work out. It's all going to be really good when I finish. I don't see this piece. I think I might give up on the Lego. It's too much hard work, this Lego. I'm tired. I'm just breaking it more than I'm making it. Crampons. I know what they are spiky things you attach to your shoes for when you're climbing ice fields while on your period. Okay, I didn't know that they were specifically for ones that you use when you're on your period. Very good. Gingerbread. Maybe separating by colour could help find the pieces faster. I don't know. Ridiculous. I had never heard of anything so ridiculous in my life. Separating by colour, you say? No. But honestly, actually, it's easy. It's better to separate by piece type and piece size. That's what I'm sort of doing at the moment. It doesn't help that because a lot of the colours of the build are tan, and the desk is actually the same colour as a lot of the pieces. And that's not helping me in any way, shape or form. Also, it's not helping that some of the pieces literally aren't here, and they're hidden away in a separate area. There it blummin' is. Oh, blummin' there. Blummin'. Trying to swear less. Blummin's not swearing. It was right there in the spare box. As I already said, reset Meja, please. Why? What's wrong? What have I done now? Nothing. Only good things. Property of my cat says, who wants to live forever? What a good song that is, eh? In Highlander, when she dies. When she dies. That's a. I haven't watched it. You know what? I used to cry at that, and I was still had testosterone in my body. So I don't know what would happen if I watched it nowadays. It'd probably be a disaster, honestly. I'd need to stock up on tissues before I could possibly watch that. Or maybe I'll watch it and I'll be like, this wasn't that sad. This is just stupid. No, I can imagine it. I can already imagine it, and I know I don't want to watch it. That would be dangerous. I may lose too many body fluids if I watch that film. Yeah, I can't find this piece either. It's still there. It's a command, not to redeem. Oh yeah, it's a command, so only subscribers can redeem Blobby. Only subscribers. Errol, Meja is being slightly overdramatic today. She has both a streamer assistant and guests. Not at all lonely. She has also she also has people like me and Lucy and Bill who have to put up with her on stream by stream basis. Yes, but as the leader, as the stream leader, not team leader, stream leader, it's still lonely. It's lonely at the top, you know. Surrounded by incompetent fools. No, I mean, really good support team. Actually, really, I couldn't do it without them at all. This is so good. Spoilers. Why? What's happening? I'm super incompetent. That's why we love you, Lucy. That is why you fit in so well here, honestly. You have found your people. I count myself among them. Yeah, now this piece isn't here. Right, it must be in the spares. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. It's not. Oh, wait, hold on. It's there. What? It's been right there the whole time? Oh, no. It was as well. It was right there. The piece that I was looking for. I've been looking for it and it was right there. I've been looking for it for the past, I don't know how long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Not sure how long. It's been a long time though, let me tell you. And it was right there. Why didn't someone tell me? It's definitely not my fault. Aurelia says, for some reason, I want to rewatch Hacksaw Ridge. Okay, I don't know which one is that. Hacksaw Ridge. Oh, that's quite a good one actually. Does someone get kidnapped and they have to go and rescue her? Cowboy film, Western film. Okay, where's this go? Whoa! No! It's okay, I found it. I'm pretty sure it goes here. Oh wow, look at that. That's really nice actually. Have you checked your butthole? What? For what? Have I checked my butthole? For what? There's no reason. I had It's abuse. That's abuse of the channel points. Sorry, I mistyped incontinent. I'm surrounded by incontinent fools. No, some people do not live on the continent. They live on in UK mainland and the US. I guess that's not in continent either. I'm surrounded by incompetent fools. I don't have a scar. Is the thing? Oh, actually, I do. I've got a scar right here. Oh no, it's a different location, but it suits me well, honestly. Got a proper scar as well. Yeah, you can see it on the Discord if you're a subscriber.
I'm a mouse.
Duh. I don't have one. I don't know where that is. Thanks for the redeem. I do have something. Where is it? I don't know. But you know what I'm going to do? I am actually going to stop now because I'm tired and it's time for my bedtime. It's 8:20. I need my beauty sleep. No, what I need to do actually is dilate. I need to dilate. So I'm going to have to stop. But it has been fun, hasn't it? We have had a fun old time today. We're going to raid. We're going to raid on.
Would hurt if some.
Stop. Oh wow, there's loads of people on. Actually, loads of people. Thursday night. Yeah, I don't know why, but they're often on Thursday nights. Anyway, I think we're going to raid Froobs.
That's something else. That looks like.
We're going to raid my friend Froobs. Who really liked the fact that I called her Froobs yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't know, but I called her Froobs. And then I realised, no, I shouldn't have said that because that's just me being stupid and she might take offence. And she didn't. She actually really liked it, so I got away with it. So we're going to raid Frubin. Paste Frubin. That's the raid. Let's just get to a chat quickly. Let's try anyway. That brick needs to be punished. I never thought hyena is essential. Hacksaw Ridge is the film about a conscientious object to going to war as a field medic. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've seen it, actually. Okay, it's not the Western that I was thinking of, which is a different ridge. And probably a different saw entirely. But it's good. You should watch it. I don't remember what it's called. As you can see, Lucy, you fit perfectly in here. It's kind of me who is the odd one out. Errol, are you saying that you're neither incontinent nor incompetent? Because that's a lie. You are both of those things. Oh, we had a yabba-doo time, a gay old time. We'll have a gay old time. They did say that, didn't they? A yabba-doo time. Yeah, that's funny. You go sort some food out. Froobs is cool. We're going to raid Froobs. Froobin. She says she's addicted to Minecraft. Let's find out. Let's see if she really is addicted. She can't be as addicted as my daughter. Can I get a refund on the redeem? What? No. Maybe. No. Yes. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I'll try and sort it out. Yeah. Bye. Shit. I totally fucked it. Oh no, I've not fucked it that badly.
How is it going? What were you making today? Also,